The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
And they heard that too.
Good, let them know.
Welcome everyone to Sunset City, a Sonic podcast for the classic and modern age. I'm Nick, and with me I have my dear
the
friends.
modern classic age.
Actually, we do have to talk about.
Yeah, we have modern classics now.
But yeah. Anyway, we got Gilly. How you doing?
Tired.
Yeah. Fair. Cirrus?
I am maybe less tired. I don't know. I have no idea. But hi.
And we got to leave all the energy once again to Wayne.
I am here. I am awake, kind of, and I need more coffee.
Watney.
Well, good for you. Good for you. Anyway, yeah. There actually has been a decent amount of Sonic news. I don't know if it's like news, but just more like updates on things that we've been seeing. It's like they can't announce too much more outside of Superstars. So I'm excited to get into that. We're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into a little bit of Amy Rose talk and a waffle maker. But first, thanks for joining us. If you're hearing us after the fact, you can always join us live every Friday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and the rest of the world, you guys figure that out. If you drop any super chats, we'll be reading them at the end of the show. And if we have any Patreon questions, we will get those up at the front. But I don't think we have any this week.
Fair.
So,
but it's there. So in case you want to get your questions put up in the mailbag, so that we can answer them early on streams, that option is there for you.
Absolutely. Last little bit of housekeeping later on today, because I tried to get it up and it didn't seem to work, but I am going to be dropping, at least for Patreon, and then we'll see when. I don't want it to go out too long. We'll be dropping a Transformers spoiler cast to me and Wayne, which was a lot of fun. Probably have a couple other spoiler casts, not Sonic related, that's going to go Patreon first, and then to the rest of the folks on YouTube. So that'll be fun. That'll be cool. And that will also have to do because we are not going to be here next week. And we do this every year, I'm noticing. On Sonic's birthday is also when TMG happens. So we're going to be there. So if you want to say hi.
If he gets a day off, so should we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonic ain't special.
He is to me. I mean, what?
You know what I think would be cool, and this is probably a conversation for after the show, but I think like a quick fan meetup or something, like a Sonic celebration, like a birthday celebration, would be fun if we could do that yearly at TMG.
Mm-hmm.
We all just get together and eat a cake or something, put some chili and hot dogs on it.
I'll go wear my freaking Sonic onesie or some shit, I guess.
Come meet us at TMG. Nick is gonna put chili peppers in your eyes.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's fine.
That's close enough.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, how's everyone doing today?
We answered that.
You
already.
asked that.
Yeah,
already.
you
Did I?
We already did. We already did. We've done this song and dance before. Are you just doing this all over again, but in 3D?
Sir, first, before anything else, I need to know.
Yeah?
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
I don't want to answer any of that, honestly.
Come on. How you doing?
That was. I've known you for a little while now, Gilly. That's the most New York thing I've ever heard come out of your fucking mouth.
I can turn it on and off.
Jesus Christ.
Oh gosh. I want to get this out of the way real quick. I know people are probably tired of us talking about Zelda. I think I'm finally nearly done with that damn game.
I have been done for a few days now.
It's got a cool finale. Although I'm gonna tell you right now, if you think you're about to go finish up, you've got more to do than you think you do.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. So not without spoiling anybody or myself here, because you know where I'm at in the game in terms of like story wise.
Kind of.
Well, I beat the 4 sections, and then now I have to go to Hyrule Castle's the next thing. And I always assume, like the last game, you go to Hyrule Castle.
God, you've got more to do than you think
have,
you do.
You have one really fun thing to do that that didn't make me want to die.
They
It didn't.
dude, they go hard for the finale and they build it up a lot. You've got more to do than you think you do.
Well, let me ask you this, because I still want to get. I've got a couple more light routes to get. This is why I was asking you, because one of the light routes is right under Hyrule. Should I go to the Hyrule? Should I go to the castle first before clearing up the rest of the shrines?
You can go to the castle first. If the game is telling you to go to the castle, it's fine. You're fine. You're not. Yeah, it's okay to go do that and then go do some cleanup.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Okay. So I'm probably going to go do that. But yeah, I do bring that up because, as a lot of people know, I haven't done like a proper full-on review of the game side of Sonic Frontiers yet. Because like it just, like I got the game code 2 days before it launched, and by the time I was done with it, it was just like I'm not going to get this done timely, so I'm just going to wait to do a thorough analysis
As opposed to a hip shooter one.
Yeah, but and also like, yeah, people argue back and forth all the time in terms of like comparing this to Zelda. I do think it's fair to say that there are some Zelda elements in here, but I am very thankful I've played this
like
game again.
How Zelda ripped off the floating rails and islands.
Right, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was gonna do like a little spoiler-free video, and then Nick messaged me back, and he was just like, "Man, don't do that. Nobody gives a shit what your opinions on Zelda are. Nobody wants to fucking hear you talk about that game." He said that word for word.
Exactly that. Exactly
That sounds a bit like Nick.
To be fair, I told him to say it.
Yeah.
See, that I believe.
I was gonna say that also tracks, and that's worrying.
You know, Cirrus, since we have a missing place right now, you could just move Gilly over to the other side there. It just looks like you put Gilly's head on Pup's corpse.
Oh, you know, yeah. Listen, we had to do something with the body.
I do have to say though, like I do think Zelda, not just Breath of the Wild, but I think this one's also going to help better inform some thoughts I have for Frontiers. Because I do think Zelda did a lot of things better, but I also think it's fair, like we need to have a conversation in terms of like what is and isn't fair to compare to it, but also like let's give some praise to some of the things Frontiers did right, and also like
Nick,
some
that's the video. Make the video. Frontiers of the Kingdom.
King of the Frontiers.
Oh God,
Tears of the Frontiers. Tears of the Frontiers.
What about the back tears?
That's
after
sweat.
Taco Bell.
Is it Taco Bell drunk in a car with Gilly watching a bunch of people fight?
That's after chili dogs.
That's them. That's them Taco Bell sweats.
Yeah. Is it? That's good. That's good to know.
I think that would be a fair comparison because there's like, just to give you a quick example of what I'm talking about. I do love the game, and I think like the pacing, they're entirely different beasts, and you have to accept that these two games, even if Sonic is using elements of this to help better inform like an open world gameplay style, they are going to be completely different in terms of pacing. But there are also just some things while I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom, and I do want to kind of check Breath of the Wild again. I was just like, man, there's just some shit here that's just wasting my time, and I do not appreciate it.
I will say, oh, sorry, go ahead.
And there's one specific example I have off the top of my head right now. Is just like, I was there with everybody else, and I do still think it was egregious, just in terms of like the upgrade system for Sonic. Like, we have to do this thing, and they have to choose, and they have to do the thing again. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, why do they do this when there's like other means of currency and upgrading and everything? And now I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom. It was like, oh wait, no, this is what they did with heart containers. Like, this is the same damn thing. Like, it's not as egregious in terms of how long you have to wait there, but you still have to wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that shit in Zelda, and
there is so much waiting.
God damn it.
But like when you look at some of these upgrades, like just in forms of currency, is like yes, there's a survival element, but also like man, for fuck's sake, it's just it gets so tiring sometimes. Like I think there's a awesome elements of exploration, but like Gilly has complained about before, and I do definitely have to agree with him after doing one particular quest where I got this sword that's a reference to something. I'm like, cool, I'm never using that. I'm never using this.
Yeah.
Because it's going to break.
Yeah,
So this,
if
it's just
the
stuff
same
like
sword,
that.
if it's the same sword I am thinking of, I got it too, and I used it until it started telling me that it was going to break, and then I never used it again.
Because like,
And they're like, but if you throw it in a fucking Octorok, he will do that. I don't
No,
get it.
that's not nearly as useful as people want to pretend it is, and it's
it is. That's the kind of shit though. Or like when I'm low on arrows, like I have to get these other things and then go to the Ritos or whatever the stupid bird people and give them 10 of this specific thing, or like 3 of this specific thing, or this or that and the other. And it's really hard to get rupees.
I also never want to buy anything ever because I can't just get rupees by cutting stuff.
It's really damn hard to get rupees sometimes. I don't know. Again, like it does have its own pacing. I have to respect it for that, and I am having a lot of fun with it. But I also think there's, especially with games like Frontiers evolving the idea in its own ways, I think it's okay to go back to Zelda and being like, look, this is brilliant on many levels, but so
Wayne, did you beat it yet?
Yeah, so I beat Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
But I did not do everything. I had
Okay,
to force myself to stop so I could get shit done again.
But you beat it though. Like you beat
I beat it. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how fucking pissed off I was when I made it all the way to the end? And then I realized that I couldn't beat the game because I had nothing to heal Gloom.
But the game kind of teaches you throughout that if you're going down to the depths.
But the thing is, you should be able, like, it shouldn't be, that should be helpful to have that. But the fact that, like, either you don't get to beat the game, you either have to play perfectly or you need to have these stupid things to heal Gloom, which end up being a finite resource anyway.
I don't know,
you can only make what you have, and if you don't have enough, you need to go farm a specific fucking thing just to make a specific kind of food to fight the final boss. I think that's ridiculous. I think I should just be able to fight the final boss.
I think I just read the information differently, just because I felt like the game was just kind of teaching me from the get-go. It's just like, hey, you're gonna want to prepare for this kind of shit specifically. So I just went in with a bunch of like Gloom healing like stuff. I went in with stupid upgraded weapons, stupid upgraded like food and Gloom like resistant shit. Like I went in ready for a fight.
But also the fact that, well, okay, let's say for the sake of argument, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
Once you get there, you can't just warp out and go get it and come back. You need to redo the whole fucking thing again, unless you have the thing that I didn't have.
Man, we do got to do a spoiler cast about this.
We do.
I personally, I fucking love the finale of Tears of the Kingdom. It's one of my favorite. Like,
Acidic Studios, shut up. Just shut the fuck up, because it's every goddamn time. I'm not wrong. I do want to say an opinion about the game. I'm not wrong.
I want to say I only think the Silver Arrows is excusable in the original NES game because 90% of that stuff is secret bullshit, and you're using a guide anyway.
Yeah.
The Silver Arrows.
Are we comparing the two, pretending like Zelda 1 isn't bullshit?
Yeah, I love Zelda 1, but like I didn't like the way Silver Arrows were utilized in A Link.
All right, guys, for God's sakes, spoiler cast, enough Zelda. I'm sorry we even brought it up. I'm going crazy. Jesus.
You did this, Nick.
I did. I'm
you
siphoning
just
stuff
get to
here.
raise my blood pressure and then go, guys, never mind.
Why are you edging Gilly?
It's a nice teaser for a fun spoiler cast, but also like I want you guys to shut up because I haven't gotten there yet. So let's
I mean, I've been vague.
Yeah, but I'm going to jump in and have a fun old time there. But anyway, yeah. I did just want to say I do think there are some comparisons to be had, and I think there's some fair ones to give in points in terms of Frontiers.
Oh, right. Head.
But
Wait, somebody just said, now we're back to talking about stupid blue rats. That's my life.
So I kind of want to just jump straight into this because I think it's pretty interesting. So we had Sonic Superstars like just announced right when we went on the air last week. And since then, like even that same day, we had a lot of information really drop about the game. Because when we went live last week, we were under the assumption it was just Sonic Team, which seemed a bit fishy considering Frontiers was still a thing and still happening. We've now found out, which makes sense since Naoto Oshima is involved with the game. Might be a little bit more involved than we realized, though. It looks like Arzest is actually the key developer for this game.
Can I start off with just one little negative?
Sure.
Everybody's like, oh, cool. And even, I mean, this doesn't surprise me. Zuka's like, yeah, the guy that was on the old Sonic. The guy was on Sonic 1 and Sonic CD.
As the director of CD,
All
at
right.
least.
All right.
The CD's like one of my favorite classes.
All right. The level design's not great.
I think it's
CD's
good for
nuts.
what they were going for.
Yeah, I think it's good for what they were going. That's not. It's fucking great. Because
I like
Sonic 2 and 3. I'm like, it's great.
I like Sonic CD.
You like it, but can you look at it objectively and be like, maybe the level design could use some work?
You know, honestly, the only one that I have issue with is probably what's that stupid annoying level with the bouncing floor?
Collision Chaos?
Nah, not Collision
No,
Chaos.
not
Collision
Collision.
Chaos is cool. I like Collision Chaos.
Oh, no, that's Wacky Workbench.
Yeah, fuck Wacky Workbench. That's the only bad level in that game.
Well, I was going to say...
I don't think they're bad. Like, I do like CD, but I'm not going to say that I enjoy that level design more, even close to 2 and 3.
I'm also biased just because that's like my favorite to just pick up and play. It's the easiest. Sonic CD is probably like one of the easier games in the classic lineup for me to just run through mindlessly. I really like that game.
I like having the secondary objectives of forcing you to explore, and I'm really excited to do that with Knuckles.
I hate that so much.
Usually I
like
do
it.
too.
I like
For-
it because
for
I
2D games.
can like every time I pick it up, I can decide like, hey, what kind of way am I going to play this? Like, there's different ways I tackle every level in CD depending on like which kind of playstyle I'm going through in that particular run. That's what I like about it.
We're also judging based off of a nearly 30-year-old game, probably 30 this year, a 30-year-old game that hopefully Oshima's kind of learned from. Like, the dude's a multi-talented
Yeah, but
guy.
it's like we don't know. We're trying to be like, oh, he worked on Sonic before, but it's still completely untested waters. And
Especially considering Arzest.
yeah, and that's another thing.
I did want
Nobody's
to
like,
ask.
holy shit, Arzest, amazing.
I did want to ask because I might have missed something here. Is Oshima like directing the game or is he just doing the artwork?
That's
for,
the
like,
next
characters?
thing. We don't actually know who's directing specifically. We just know his team's like directly involved. I want to do a little bit more research on that. All we really have are a couple of names there. So Arzest.
I want to know what Christian Whitehead's involvement was because he's like alluding to things.
Yeah, I'm really curious about a lot of little things like that. It's very interesting because a lot of the stuff around the game was getting me really hyped because we got like Fidel and then Whitehead.
Oh my god,
specifically,
wait.
too.
Did he delete the tweet?
Did he?
He deleted the tweet.
The one talking about the physics?
Or no, okay, no. Okay, no, never mind, he didn't. Because it was the second tweet was a reply. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cause it was him saying. Do you have it up, Gilly?
Yeah, it's he's the first one or the second one.
I guess the
first one was just a comparison between the physics, and he quote tweeted it with a thumbs up. The second one was a reply, to a comparison with the physics, and he's like, "We'll have more to say on this when it's appropriate, but the Mania physics were indeed fully translated to modern 3D."
Interesting. They did confirm something that we've known about for a bit, and I do wonder if this has anything to do with that. Izuka finally confirmed that they were going to work with Whitehead's team again for a Mania follow-up, and then that fell through.
Yeah.
I heard that a long time ago, but didn't want anyone to get in trouble, and I heard it like second or third hand, so I really didn't know like how confirmed that was.
No,
But
no way to know how the reliability at that point.
But I do have to wonder if like working with Whitehead and like the retro engine and any of that stuff might have eventually translated into this or not. It sounds like he's still at the very least involved in some way.
That's
which
what I'm saying.
appreciate.
So, because somebody just said Azuka confirmed that Whitehead wasn't involved, though Whitehead confirmed that the Mania physics were translated to 3D. The thing is, if the Mania physics were translated to 3D, Whitehead was involved to at least some degree.
Yeah.
They didn't figure that out on their own.
Well, that's I mean, like
especially
when I saw
since
Sonic
he's
Team.
personally confirming it.
Well, that's what I was confused about when we didn't have all the information. Like Sonic Team's making this, and people were saying that the physics are done correctly. So I'm already like, I don't know about that. Like we literally have a Sonic game out right now, and they don't actually know that stuff. And then we heard, oh, Oshima's team's involved. Like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. And then we hear from Christian Whitehead, oh, they did it correctly. I don't think he would just look at a comparison with a fan-made engine,
Yeah,
and just say, yeah, they did it. I think he would actually have played it to confirm that.
and also
especially
clearly
that tweet.
he said we'll have more to say when it's appropriate. So like,
Oh, okay.
obviously there's something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just would have been like, oh yeah, they translated this physics. But he's not. He's like, there's stuff that you don't know that I know, but I
Yeah.
can't say it right now.
Yeah. That is interesting. That is incredibly interesting. That all gives me hope. The only problem was, and I was the first time I saw like RZS was involved was Matt McMuscles retweeting. And he had a more appropriate response, I feel, than most people have. Because like you look at RZS like, okay, but like, have you seen what they worked on? Because like
What happened?
that's Balan Wonderworld. And
Well,
yes, before
to be
everybody gets
fair-
on my shit, I know the troubled development. I know. But you also look at their other games. There's a lot of stuff in there that's like solid, but I would argue that most everything else they have in there is like the weakest link of the franchises they've worked on. We have Yoshi's New Island, which is nobody's favorite Yoshi's Island game.
I love that fucking game.
Of course you do.
That is a lovely game, and people
It's a solid game.
give it too much shit.
I agree with you, and I think Hey Pikmin gets too much shit. I don't think they're anywhere close to being the strongest of their particular franchises, though.
This is coming from somebody that's recently played every Yoshi game.
Sure.
It's up there because there's a lot of bad ones.
Are we talking like post Yoshi's Island when they kind of got that formula down?
I mean, Yoshi's Island was the first like Yoshi game before
Yeah.
like, you know, the puzzle games or whatever.
Yeah, and the Safari and all that shit. Yeah.
No, in terms of like all the other ones that are like Yoshi platformers, that one's not towards the bottom.
I'm gonna sit down with that one again, because I played through it completely when it launched, and I just remember being like, "Oh, it's okay, I guess." I'm interested to, especially with your video. I was already kind of like wanting to check it out again, but now knowing that RZS is involved, like every game that they've worked on is like something I've wanted to do for game apologists. Before I put so much focus on Sonic, it was like I wanted to do a video on all these games. So I was like, well,
Just apologize for Arzist.
I mean, you kind of have to. The only problem is like half of their dev work is on mobile stuff. I do think that deserves a fair shake. Only problem for one of them in particular, maybe a couple of them, is they are Apple exclusive stuff. So I need to figure that out. But it looks like RZS has just worked with like bigger developers and publishers. You know, like I don't see anything like just maybe in their mobile stuff they have like unique things. But it looks like worked alongside Square or worked alongside Nintendo. You know, nothing like completely unique to them. And it looks like Superstars is going to be another one of those situations. So
Mm.
I do wonder if this is going to be like a really good game in terms of like what the Sonic fan base expects from a Sonic game, and everyone else is going to be like, "Yeah, that's all right, I guess."
I mean,
That's
it's like, here's the thing: they can add all the like new mechanics they want, all the new power ups they want, but at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to two things, which are the physics and the level design. And if we have the physics covered,
That's half the
As-
equation done right there.
as long as the level design is good, then we're in good shape. But that also, I mean, from
Gilly, you get CD
apparently-
level design.
apparently people who have played it like it. So
This is also from a series very famous for getting one or two really good levels in there.
yeah,
And then dropping the ball.
I mean, it's the guy who worked on those two games that did that.
Mm.
yeah.
I like that they're adding grind rails, but it's stuff like vines and stuff that the characters are like sliding on.
Yeah.
I think it looks like fun.
Grind rails feel so. Maybe this is just me, but grind rails have always felt very weird to me in 2D Sonic. Almost
Yeah.
almost a little pointless.
I mean, they're kind of pointless in 3D too. It's like, hey, you get the momentum, and then once you're on it, you're just on it until you're not on it anymore. It's the
I mean,
same thing. It's
it
just from a
may-
different
They've dumbed it
perspective.
down, but you can still do things with like they've evolved it a little bit. I mean, Frontiers is nothing but rails. Just said it. I said it out loud.
That's kind of what I mean, though. Is like Frontiers kind of made me sick of rails.
Oh yeah.
No, like so rails I think were utilized well in say like Adventure 2 and Heroes, and after that I haven't felt like they're used very well in 3D after that, but I really there's Unleashed in Spagonia, I think rails are fine in Spagonia, but like in general in 2D, what is the benefit of the rails in 2D?
Yeah, they don't really. They're
cannot
just
find
like
one.
they're literally you could replace them all with just regular terrain.
Yeah.
I still kind of feel the same way about them in most of the later uses of rails. In
Well,
3D
yeah, but
games,
that's
like,
I don't think that they should have gone past Adventure 2. I think they worked well in Adventure 2. There was more freedom in Adventure 2. You could also do things like, skip and do things you're not supposed to do, and it like messed. It was more like you could mess with the physics more.
I
there-
think that there's something to be said for rails if they use it in more like okay, Gilly, Spectre of Torment, Shovel Knight,
Mhm.
like the way they use rails in that. That's how you do rails in a 2D game.
Well,
I feel like
yeah, but that's a game that's already not based on speed and slopes and stuff.
I feel like there's something you could do with that though, where it's like
But I think that's why I don't think that, because I feel like Spectre of Torment was able to utilize that because the base game is not like that.
I think
maybe.
so I think my issue, and Wayne, maybe you'll agree with me on this, maybe you won't, but I think my issue with rails in most modern 3D Sonics is they have two jobs. They have only two jobs. Job one is spectacle. If they want to like pan the camera around without having to worry about the player controlling shit for a while, that's one of the main things they use them for. Hell, Unleashed is guilty of that. It's where some of the fun set pieces in Spagonia are, at least, when you're looking around the clock tower and shit. But the other thing that they use rails for way too much for me now is, here's a scenario you've played 1 billion times in a modern Sonic game. There are 3 rails, and you can bounce between the 3 of them, and either an enemy or a laser will fire on 1 or 2 of the rails, and you must swap to the rail that you are safe on. And that is it. And that exact design piece is reused over and over and over ad nauseum. And it's like, it almost doesn't make any sense from a design perspective why the rail is there, other than to facilitate, bounce between these 3 things to not die.
I mean, I'm like, I kind of see it in the same way as so like loops and like the twist. I don't know why I
Corkscrew?
can't think of the cork. Thank you. The corkscrew from like Sonic 2 and everything like that. I think that they should be kept short and sweet. What I mean about like in Superstars, the way that I like that they're handling it is mostly in just that it looks different, and I think it feels more. I like seeing stuff like that isn't just, hey, here's a random metal rail out here. It's like, hey, here's a part of the actual terrain. It might be a little automated, but as long as it doesn't last too long, I think it can serve as like the same purpose as those other staples that we're familiar with in 2D Sonic.
And that's kind of how they're used in Adventure 2. Like even in the most rail heavy stages of Adventure 2, like, Final Rush,
Yeah.
there's still, you're only ever on a rail for like 10 seconds maybe at that. That's the longest rail I can think of in that game. And even then the rails are actually like, it's not 3 or 4 rails on the exact same parallel plane to hot swap around. It's a bunch of rails that you have the ability to jump around. You're still actively engaging with the game systems, which is not what a lot of more modern Sonic games do. And then yeah, like you mentioned, keeping you on them for too long. There's entire levels that are just rails in a lot of modern Sonic games, and they don't even make sense as rail levels in the way that they did in something like Heroes. It's just, nah, we've got a bunch of rails here going through a forest.
I'm gonna just say fuck the rails of Heroes. After I played it, I was like, you know what, I'm fine with the automated
Or just
stuff.
fuck Heroes, you know.
That's fair. But anyway, I agree with Wayne in terms of like, I do think it's just gonna be quick little flourishes, which is like plenty of classic Sonic games have that. And hopefully, yeah, it's just quick little flourishes though. I think that's what all it looks like. It's awkward seeing the little classic portly Sonic on rails though.
Yeah. Like it made
Thought that was cute.
it made more sense to me in like the Advance series because I was used to seeing that Sonic on rails anyway.
Well,
Mhm.
even like just the taller, like lankier Sonic, if we're just talking visually, I feel like you could do more with like his posing there, where it just kind of feels like it fits with the grind rail aesthetic, versus like little pudgy Sonic. It just comes off a little stranger. It's not
The
bad. It's
roly-poly
just,
boy.
yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't it?
Like
I was thinking it was Forces that did like, hey, if your rail grinding is classic Sonic, you're just rolling on them or something.
yeah. I like that they just reskinned the Mosasaurus from Jurassic World. I think it looks adorable. So nobody, the giant water dinosaur,
Yeah. No, I thought that's not a dinosaur, is it?
technically a marine reptile, yes, but come on,
Yeah, fair enough.
everyone knows what I mean. Everyone knows what I mean.
Do they?
Nobody else excited about the giant robot Mosasaurus? Whatever.
You are the
Nerd.
dinosaur guy, Nick. That is you.
Everyone's a dinosaur guy as a
Not to
kid.
the
How do you
same
lose your
degree.
fun?
Not to the
How's-
same degree.
How is nobody else excited?
It looks cool, Nick.
It looks really cool.
You're we're happy for you, Nick.
I just think it looks rad. I want Jack's figure robot of the most. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that. I mean, I guess that is a real thing that could happen. Honestly, and actually, I know this is kind of jumping off of Superstars for a bit, but did you guys see that they at the pictures of the license fair that showed off the Death Egg toy and
Saw that
the
briefly.
platypus plush?
Platypus plush.
Yeah, Dr. Starline.
They're doing a Starline plush?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh,
I thought so.
I think I might have to get that.
What I thought was. Sorry, go ahead.
I still need to get my Mephiles plush, but Starline's also up there.
I still need a Gamma plush that doesn't look like shit.
Well, yeah. To be fair though, he's a machine. That doesn't translate super well to plush.
Then give me a
No,
toy.
like,
Give me a figure.
I mean, to be fair to Wayne, it's hard to justify getting the newer one when an older one looks better.
It looks so much better.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's we already have proof that it can be done well.
I like that the Death Egg toy just has just straight up the final boss fight from Sonic 4 Episode 2.
You know.
Is the game canon? Who cares? It's got a toy. Sonic 4 Episode 2 merch in 2023. What a time to be alive.
Everything is canon.
Everything.
Everything is. Yep. Worlds theory time. Let's go. Let's make everybody happy.
Yeah, I just think it's fascinating though, like learning about this Sonic game. I think they do have some actual pride in it because as soon as they announced it, they had demos ready to go at Summer Games Fest, and it's
Yeah.
getting a lot of rave reviews. Like I think the only one that pushed back on it was Rock Paper Shotgun. It just sounds like they didn't like classic Sonic anyway. So it's like, well, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
That's
we
fine.
didn't give a shit about your opinion anyway.
Did they think Sonic was never good?
Potentially, but like it's, I don't know, like RZS.
Did you hear? Was it Brian say Sonic was always good?
Altano said that.
Yeah,
When did he say
the other day.
that?
They did a segment on Superstars, and at the very end, he goes, "Sonic was always good," and then he ends.
Dude's got a good sense of humor. Can you imagine having that fan base on your ass for over a decade or nearly a decade at this point? It's just ridiculous, dude.
There's a friend of mine that used to go to the card shop I went up to up in Calhoun for years, and I don't even remember how the conversation of classic Sonic always being shit came up. I don't know if it was from him watching that IGN video or if like this was an opinion that he formed himself. I don't know. But just like I remember playing Mania up at that shop, and then just like he would have that conversation like, oh, you know, Mania might be okay, but like the classic Sonic games are all bad because they were in 4x3, and I'm like, what? You have less screen real estate, but they were designed that way. That's fine. Shut the fuck up.
It's fine. It's fine. Like what you like, dislike what you dislike. It's fine. Last little thing I wanted to kind of touch on in terms of superstars while we're at it. One thing we did see, and I've been seeing a lot of discussion around it, the Amy Rose DLC costume. Like, so if you sign up for is it the newsletter for Superstar specifically? Or is it just like Sonic in general? Because I'm getting emails from Sonic anyway. So like, do I have to sign up for anything else? Anyway, if you sign up for the newsletter, you get a DLC Amy Rose costume. And it's classic Amy with her modern red dress.
Wouldn't it be weird if in whatever our 3D follow-up game we get, since Amy's doing the whole like I'm gonna go on my own and teach the world about love arc in Frontiers, if like her way of coming back was just having the old hairdo, but with her modern proportions?
I mean, it's just Sonic's hair with a little tuft of hair in the front there.
You shut the fuck up.
I said it last week. I'll say it again. I really love her quill design. I thought that was. I just thought it was. I still remember first seeing it back in the late '90s, thinking that's a clever redesign of quills. I like that, so I just appreciate the creativity around it. I really love the modern design.
The stark contrast between how much I like the classic design and how much I dislike the modern design is staggering.
It was interesting because I saw the picture for the DLC costume and I thought it was cute, but almost as quickly as I was thinking, oh, that's cute, that's a nice touch, that's a fun little DLC thing, I thought, oh, maybe that's why I don't vibe with the modern design for Amy so much. I think the red and pink kind of clash. I don't think it looks good together.
Yeah, me too.
I think it does, but I was looking at it and I was like, like that actually kind of fits her name a little bit better now, though. To be fair.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Amy Rose.
something about it just looks off to me, but it's.
I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, I'm also like, hey, that's cool though. It is legitimately like a neat little costume, and I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, there's no, I totally understand where you both are coming from in terms of not having enough variety. Not having enough variety in terms of what's going on there. She's just a walking Valentine's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
fitting for her characterization and love and everything like that. I still love it. That said, though, I think it would be kind of cool to see her in like a green dress or something.
Yeah,
like if they kind of like that'd be fun for DLC costumes for modern Amy in Frontiers or some shit like that. Like give her the classic colors and put it on her dress. That'd be fun.
I just don't like Amy. Just
Okay.
don't like her. I don't like her design. Just and it's
The
not
modern
it's-
one?
Yeah, well, yeah. Classic one doesn't bother me as much, but there wasn't much like characterization there.
Yeah,
So like I liked classic Amy, but that's because she's not a character.
They should do a third costume, and it's the Rosie the Rascal color swap. Give her the
Like, it
crazy eyes.
And it's just like I don't know. Like I like other girl characters. I like Blaze. I like Cream. But like, she's just girl. She's just girl.
I've got a lot to say about her in a couple of upcoming videos. She is girl, and I think that makes her interesting. Her evolution is a very, very interesting thing to me. Even more interesting to me is in terms of the games itself, is her being playable. We did finally see her gameplay, and we've had people like give feedback in terms of how she plays. It doesn't sound like any of the physics in terms of advances back. It's just she just has a hammer that shows up when she's jumping. Am I incorrect there?
I have, admittedly, I haven't taken enough time to really study the footage. I've seen. It does kind of seem like the hammer's only function is really just kind of for the jumping. Does she have like a little space jump?
I think she has a double jump.
Fidel said she has a double jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like
space jump, fuck.
I mean, if she's got the Kirby hammer swing, that just doubles her spin attack power. Like she has more space to attack, which is cool. But I gotta admit, like I'm gonna miss being able to just kind of kick myself off with a hammer. I always loved that.
I can understand that.
And people are saying got double jump, but not in Origins Plus. Like, has anybody played Origins Plus to confirm that one way or the other?
I don't think Origins Plus is out yet. I think that's coming out next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've reached out to Sega to see if I could get like a review code. Like, I've not heard anything from anybody. So who's even played it to confirm that one way or the other? Have they? Because I know like one of the Sonic streams they were going to play Amy at some point, but I don't think that's happened yet.
I don't know. Maybe they just haven't, since it's just like DLC. Maybe they haven't. Because did they give out
So
Mania
Ultra?
Plus?
I don't know. The only game I've gotten from them was Frontiers, and that was a couple days early. But Ultra is saying that Amy was shown off in the official stream. I got some more people playing the live stream yesterday, and there we go. And Pup is confirming that too. Thank you. All right, so it looks like she does not have a double jump, but I mean, does that mean she doesn't really have anything like kind of unique to her in terms of gameplay style?
If she's got the double jump and she's got the extra space to do her stuff with her hammer, that
seems to be in Superstars, not in Origins Plus.
Fair.
So, okay. So
yeah.
Pup is giving us some information here. It appears to be a variation of the drop dash. So when she's charging up, the hammer appears. And when she drop dashes, she runs with the hammer smashing things. Oh. Okay.
So it's just...
that's genuinely disappointing to me. I really liked how she played in the advanced games.
So
I mean,
she's closer to a reskin with more like surface area for her attacks.
Right.
Now.
And that's fine. I'm glad she's playable, but
I wonder what her jump is. Because
I'm sure it's a spin.
No, I know, but like you know how like Knuckles doesn't jump as high as Sonic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you. I don't know. Like there's a difference for me in terms of like I want a character to be playable because it's this character versus I want this character to be playable because I enjoyed the gameplay that comes along with this character. Yeah, like I mean, like I've always been excited to see like, hey, Spider-Man's gonna be playable in this game. Like, cool. I want to be able to play as Spider-Man. Like, I want to be able to crawl and stuff. If you can't crawl on stuff or swing swing through,
which is why
shit.
I think
I like
this bullshit.
I like the slight variation characters. That's why I played Mania as many times as I did, and that's also like what I thought was like cool about the old games, like going through like when you could play as Knuckles, like going through shit you were already familiar with a slightly different set of mechanics. Like that's
being able to get to places you weren't able to get before.
Yeah.
Like I can
No,
explore this area
I
now.
agree, but like Advanced Amy is still fully capable in Sonic, like classic style, 2D Sonic environments. I just like I like jumping off with the hammer. I just really like that move. At the end of the day, like that's all I'm complaining about right now.
And
I
that's
really
what
like
that's what
being
you
able to
had,
smack the hammer and go launching off.
and that's you get variations of that in both Adventure and in Advance.
I'm aware of that.
So
yes.
that's no. I'm saying that like because it's been done in both 2D and 3D well, it's kind of hard to justify not having it going forward. That wasn't me trying to go like,
Nick, if you
Fair.
play these other video games, then you can get what you want.
Yeah. So like we need to like. Well, you can play that in Adventure 1. I've played it a couple times.
Have you played
crazy.
Sonic Adventure 1 yet?
You would be fucking crazy
Hmm.
if they patched it so that it times out.
Oh my.
So
Like,
here's
if
my
they-
game plan.
They don't mention it in the patch notes. It just we have to find out. We're gonna
Here's
find
my-
out in too many games.
Oh
It's-
God,
Again,
it's
like,
repeating
it's
It's gonna
itself.
happen
last
all
year.
over again.
I still have that clip, and I've been holding on that for a year. And I was like, finally, I'll get Origins Plus done in a reasonable time. Like I'm going to TMG, so I'm still gonna be a few days late. I was gonna be a few days late either
it
way
still
because,
doesn't time out.
but like, if they gave me a DLC code or something, even if they did that, I still am super curious, and I want to do this. Like I was gonna get the extra stuff for the Switch version, but I'm gonna go out and buy the full on game itself and physical because I want to see how playable it is before you start downloading anything. I'm very curious to see if things have been patched out or fixed with before it, and if things have been fixed after the fact. Like, are you buying actual upgrades
Mhm.
to or fixes? I want to see how much has changed because it is insane to me, as we discussed, and Gilly, like you put out that great tweet last week too. Like it's kind of crazy that we're gonna get a physical release and we still have to download the extra shit.
It's ridiculous. It makes
Honestly,
no sense.
To be kind of cynical, the entire like Origins Plus in its original release, and then with this DLC stuff, like it's cool that they're giving us Knuckles in CD and that they're giving us playable Amy, but everything about Origins and the way that it's been handled has felt like the laziest, most minimal effort way to have something out for Sonic's birthday.
Yeah, and I've said it 1,000 times. It's very clear that shit was not ready to go. Just for a while. Like my Frontiers clearly wasn't ready to go. Like we're still getting the rest of the game. I mean, commendable as it was, like putting together what it was, still a fun game. And Origins was just offensive to me, just how incomplete it was.
Mhm.
But it is like they're both still like tolerable if you're not a hardcore obsessed person looking for reasons to have a bad time.
It's
Like I've also seen like a bunch of people, like friends of mine too. Like we have Webster in the chat here. I know he did a video on like, no, I had a good time with Origins, and I know Geek Critique also had a great time with Origins because like yeah, there's problems here and there, but end of the day, it's still a great pack of Sonic games.
it's just frustrating when it's like, hey, here's this game that's kind of had trouble getting like a definitive version out on modern stuff, even though like all of its other contemporaries are just constantly getting re-released. And like, oh hey, now you find out that it's actually getting a recreation. But hey, here's all this stuff that's missing and is very different now. Like, oh, we're just recasting the entire voice cast of Persona 3, so I don't get to hear Mitsuru with their original voice acting anymore. We're just getting rid of FemC entirely. We're getting rid of the answer, but that's okay because it sucked ass and completely kneecapped the ending of the original anyway. I want to
Wayne.
be excited about Persona 3 Reloaded. I can't be
Wayne.
yet.
Wayne?
Yeah.
Wrong Sega game, bud. Does it hurt knowing it's a Sega game? Does it hurt?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, Persona 3 has just every single re-release of that game, they've done something wrong.
Well,
I don't know. Like it's also at the end of the day, like I also understand, and this is going to be tiresome, but like we are still going to see remnants of not just pandemic development, but also this is Sonic Team and Sega. Like
Wayne,
they're kind of a mess already.
you kind of sound like Kevin from Mission Hill.
I don't know what that is.
God, I've forgotten completely about Mission Hill.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Nick, I'm so
Adult
glad that
Swim.
you.
Yeah. No problem. No
That's a
problem.
great show. There's only 13 episodes.
It's very short. They ran it a lot on Adult Swim though
Yeah.
while it was on, a whole bunch. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a fun little show. It's a good time. I highly recommend it. Doesn't take up too much of your time. I mean, all that said, though, even stumbling out of the gates as Sonic is wont to do, I think we're in for a good time. Like I keep saying, I'm happy that Origins is coming back and getting properly sorted out, and I'm glad that Frontiers is getting tidied up a bit, and it looks like they're learning all of the right lessons in terms of what they were going to do for a new 2D Sonic game.
Mhm.
Because I was like, how are you not following up with Mania 2? I was like, well, if you're going to go ahead and make Mega Man 11, fine. It's good enough for me. Get the physics right. And looks like they did. We're getting some new powers. And Amy is playable in 3 different games this year,
Yeah.
which is wild. It's absolutely wild
It's
to me.
a complete coin flip from where we've been for years.
Yeah,
we get
absolutely.
Amy in cutscenes, only cutscenes, and they're just like, hey, but what if in the premiere game and also in the 2D game?
Good stuff,
I'm just still happy that it looks like we finally have that hey, we're releasing a big 3D game and a side 2D game at the same time. I'm glad that we're kind of getting back on track with that. I've just really missed that era of Sonic. Of like, oh, I finished the 3D game, and next year I have a 2D game that I can play that's going to be fun and probably shorter, but really replayable. I've had that in a long time.
Well, but I also think it's important, and I this is what I appreciate about Xbox's president having a more candid conversation about game development. I don't think Sonic quite has the budget or the staff or the resources or demand as a lot of AAA games have, but like he's talking about, like, yeah, it takes like 5 years for a game to be put together, like a modern AAA game.
Yeah.
Like just the demands for games are just insane, and it's getting harder and harder and harder to keep up with those demands on that level. So like I am going to also just say, like, thanks to the dev teams who are trying to put together games for a very impatient fan base, because you roll through these games so quickly, so damn quickly.
No, I get
So-
that. I get that.
So yeah.
That's
I don't know.
That's one of the reasons that I appreciate having those side games, though, is that it lets you keep enjoying a franchise without having to like spit out a game every 2 years from the most expensive development side of that franchise.
Yeah, and I also gotta say, like, there's always something Sonic related happening. Like, yeah, we have like slow news weeks, but like we literally have over 100 episodes of a Sonic show,
Mm-hmm.
and there's usually something to talk about. There's always something Sonic related happening. Superstars is the next thing. We're getting we're getting more Frontier stuff this year. God knows what they have planned for next year. And for God's sakes, we get a movie next year. So
Oh shit, that's when that comes out?
2024.
Fuck yeah. Oh god, it's 2023.
It's halfway through 2023, bud.
Look, it still feels
Next
like
year's going to be
2020.
fun.
It's gonna be something. Oh, that's right. Acidic Studios also points out Knuckles spinoff this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's coming out later this year.
So, yeah, later this year. So there's a lot of Sonic stuff happening. And yeah, sorry, there's not always like a 3D Sonic game happening. They've struggled to get their footing on that, but I think this stuff is slow going, is all I'm trying to say, and I think they're learning the right lessons. Like we got a good foundation for like the future 3D Sonic, even if they are still using boost stuff that I kind of wanted them to get rid of. And yeah, finally we get to see the return of 2D Sonic, which was never going to go away. And I don't know why anybody was thinking like that was ever going to go away completely. Like we're getting the pillars set in place here, and I would be very surprised if we don't see another racing game down the road as well. Because those always at least review well. I don't know how well they sell, I'm
Yeah.
curious. I want to look that up, like Team Sonic Racing versus the Sega All Stars, because like those games are only really talked about in terms of like hardcore gaming circles. If they ever bring them up, people talk about Transform. They don't really talk about Team Sonic Racing.
I just read. I know we do super chats later, but the reaction to Sonic fans super chat is great.
Good.
What is that donation? I don't know. Got that good. Who knows? Who could have thunk it? I have no idea what that donation's for at all.
Do we? Oh, that is kind of terrible wording. That's fair. Another thing we do know that Prime Season 2 is coming out next month. We don't even have a trailer though, do we?
I don't think so.
No, so we'll see more of that. I do appreciate High Speed Chase pointing out like Amy getting 3 playable roles and Knuckles getting the show. And yeah, everybody's getting like little playable roles. We are seeing them, kind of stepping out of their comfort zone, their scaredy cat zone, and actually kind of expanding a little bit on the cast a bit.
When they did the whole like, let's go back to basics with Sonic and never build off it ever again. And now they're starting to finally not do. I remember like when Secret Rings came out, and that was the first time I remember reading the Sonic is going back to his roots. And now it's just like it feels like every 2 or 3 years we had something saying that. I think they probably did it for Heroes
about
too.
The 3D playable games. I'm going to be very nervous about that. But I think that would be kind of insane of them not to. I don't know. Like if you're going to release Origins Plus, make a big focus on Amy. And we're going to do Superstars later this year with another big focus on Amy.
Mm-hmm.
When is that dropping? Do we know what day? Is that a September game?
I think they said it's September. Let me double check that real quick.
Well, we'll figure all that stuff out. Point is, I was gonna say like it'd be really poor form of them to bring these characters into the 3D game and just completely fail on their play styles. Like if they're just reskins to Sonic or something like that.
It just says late 2023, so holiday season. Whatever they decide that is. Maybe November. November's probably the best bet there.
I mean, they don't want to release around too many really, really, really popular things. We do know we're getting a physical release, though, and that tells me that they're proud of the game.
I think. Well, hold on. I think that logic holds true for their 3D games, but 2D Sonic, I think that they have because of the the retro revival we had long ago. I think that they're probably they would be confident enough to release this game in closer to the actual holiday season, even with all the competition there, because it's let's be honest, Frontiers is a game that, despite all of us liking it to varying degrees, that's a game that wants to be released where there's not a lot of things for it to compete with. But a 2D Sonic game, especially one that can be viewed as a follow-up to Mania, that's a conversation. And that's a conversation
I think you're
that
right.
can be had even with all of the other holiday sales, I think.
What I'm going to tell everybody here, if you want to save a little bit of money too, this is a Sega game. And if it does release in November, like Frontiers did last year, just wait till Black Friday. It's going to be on sale. There's no way this is staying at $60 right at launch. No way. Absolutely not. So, you don't owe Sega that money. Like if you need to save a little bit of money here and there, like I promise you that is going to be on sale in November.
Yeah.
Just wait a little bit.
They're going to try to get as many of those copies moving as possible.
Yeah.
It always helps Sega whenever news outlets and YouTubers alike are all doing the whole "Hey, Sonic is back" dance, because we've seen that a few times. So yeah, you're probably right. They're gonna discount it. They're gonna get it as many hands as possible so they can get that conversation going, and then they're gonna try to run with that momentum.
Yeah. And like everyone's like pointing out, like Frontiers came out the day before God of War and all that stuff. Like, yeah, like I think there's like something. I'm not a marketing strategist. I don't know for sure, but like the point is like it's competition one or the other because you have to spend money.
Yeah,
and especially in the economic environment as it is currently,
I think it's just
you
like,
have to be very careful where you put that money.
I think it's
So
from a marketing perspective, I think it's safer to release it with something like God of War, because while that is competition in terms of like how many dollars you have, it's not competition in terms of genre. Whereas releasing it
or
next
age
to
range either.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like releasing it next to a Mario game, or like releasing it next to Mario or Zelda, is suicide because of all the comparisons to Zelda we've had, and the fact that Sonic's known as a platformer, so it's always going to be directly in a conversation with Mario anyway if they're near the same release date. So like those are suicides to release near, but God of War, not as much.
I always found it weird though, like thinking about it, like how Nintendo will just double release stuff on the same day.
Yeah, well,
Like-
they know they can get away with it.
Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, like Ultra said, Imagine Frontiers released near Tears of the Kingdom. Like it's again, like when they're kind of relying a little bit on like reminding you of Zelda when there's not a Zelda game out right now. That would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been playing with fire.
I mean, like, yeah, the Dreamcast, PS2 all over again. Like, don't do it.
Yeah, I
Um,
would hope Sega learned that lesson, but you know.
yeah. Yeah, not to mention God of War is console exclusive. I mean, yeah, also outsold a multi-plat game platform game pretty hard. Pretty damn hard.
Yeah, even being a console exclusive, it's like I think people forget like how well the PS5 is actually doing. We're past the point where it's impossible to get a hold of, and I think it like started outpacing what the PS4 was actually selling.
Yeah, and
That's
God
a-
of War is a system seller, and it breaks my heart saying that
Yeah.
that's not Sonic's role anymore.
Yeah.
Do we know when the next batch of Frontiers DLC is supposed to come out?
And nobody knows for sure. Everyone's assuming his birthday or around his birthday. Like they did kind of like shadow drop that first one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just kind of
I
had
just
like
kinda
me
would've-
and Pup were in an airport and we just got the DLC. Oh, okay.
It's like I kind of would have expected it like within another week or two.
I would hope they would go for that, but also like we keep talking about, let's not be hypocrites. Release it when it's done.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
Like who gives a shit about a birthday? Quit
Yeah,
listening to Twitter.
Marketing teams.
to be fair, I'm also just kind of like, there's a part of me that's almost like this next DLC I don't really give that much of a shit about. It's like just so we can get to the next one after that.
This is the filler so that you can get to the arc you care about.
Yeah, it's like what in the next DLC is really all that appealing.
I mean, neither the first two immediately became. I just didn't care until they already spoiled the fun at the end. They're like the third one is going to have new playable characters and a new story. Like, well, then who cares about the rest of this stuff? Who cares?
Isn't this
I'm glad they did it. I just like it's hard to care about it when I know that the rest of the gamers. I about said gamers for some reason. The rest of the characters are going to be playable.
Isn't on the DLC roadmap, didn't they say that this upcoming DLC is the one that they're putting in the spin dash?
I think that's actually Pup is educating me on that in the chat as of right now. Hey, if there's actually that much stuff coming in the next update, then hey, I'll probably care about it. It's just the stuff that was listed in the announcement just didn't seem all that that enticing. It was just kind of like, yeah, this
'cause that-
certainly is stuff that
'cause
you can put in
update-
a DLC.
Update 2 just says Sonic's birthday, open zone challenges, and new Coco, but that's
Oh boy, I can't wait for more like variations of the Coco.
yeah, I know, but as we saw with the first DLC, they do more than just what they announced here, and because of what they've said on social media, if we're getting Spin Dash, if we are getting the Supreme Fight, if we are getting more stuff, as you know, Pup is pointing out, Kishimoto said over on social media, then I'm excited for this DLC because I like the drop dash for like its ability to kind of like Skyrim horse your way up slopes, and that's about it in Frontiers. I really want to see what they do with a proper spin dash. I really want to see a version of Supreme Fight that isn't hot garbage. Like I want to see what they do with that stuff just in general. So I'm excited for it, but if it were just the stuff that they put up on the content roadmap, the only thing I would give a shit about is the playable characters and story. Like that's the only thing on the roadmap worth caring about. But at least they've said there's more than that.
Yeah, I mean, there needs to be quality of life improvements, whether or not they add new things to it. I was always going to be like, yeah, there's some stuff you guys need to kind of tweak a bit here before you start jumping into brand new content. And at the very least, with the content roadmap, it seems like they got their priorities and orders in terms of like what needs to be focused on getting out first. So I do appreciate that much. But as I keep saying about modern game development in general, I think we need to get to a point where we need to release a game when it's ready. Like there's a reason why like game development's as long as it is, and there's so many problems with the workforce and more conversations about unionizing this or that and the other. Like we need to kind of get the development side of things in order. And yeah, that's a bigger conversation for another day. Point is, this is happening the way it is. I'm just happy it's here.
Sort shit out with crunch culture, move forward from there.
Yeah. But that's all I really got in terms of conversation pieces. You guys have anything else before we move on to super chats?
Christopher Lloyd's gonna be in Knuckles.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's right. Did you guys see the rest of the cast list for Knuckles?
I saw Christopher Lloyd. That's really the only person in there I'm familiar with.
They got a couple of comedians that were in the league. I know that much.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the list and then promptly forgot about the list. That's kind of where I was with that announcement.
I generally don't really care that much about comedians.
They like to use them in these movies and things. You know.
I mean, it worked out with
Wade.
No, it didn't work out with Wade. I think Wade's annoying.
Get used to him, bud. He's gonna be around for a minute.
Yeah, there's the one guy who plays said how literally.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, who's the guy that played Jack Horner in Puss in Boots?
Oh, God, what is his name? He's a really funny comedian. The
John
dude
Mulaney.
in Big Mouth. Everyone loves that show, right?
John Mulaney. It's like but oftentimes it's like I've tried listening to stand-up comedy and fucking hell, it's not interesting. Or usually as funny as the audience seems to think it is, and it's I'm usually happy if a comedian's able to put in a good like voice performance in something, or if they're like legitimately funny on camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's just their main line of work that I'm usually unimpressed by.
No, that's fair. There's not a whole lot like if that format, if that medium isn't for you, then it just isn't for you. That's fine.
Yeah, it's more judgmental than I usually try to be. It's just I just cannot get into that.
That's understandable.
Yeah, we don't know if they're gonna be voices or like live action or anything. We have no idea.
I know everybody keeps talking about Grandpa from like Sonic X. That's Christopher Lloyd's character.
They immediately go to every old man from the series. Like, yeah, all of these stories well known for Knuckles.
Oh, it's just going to be
Pickle and Gerald Robotnik.
Man, they're all just going to be like, it's going to be some group of human characters that don't have any connection to previous Sonic lore. They're just going to be completely original, like Wade or Crazy Carl or what have you.
Yeah, I've given up any hope that they're going to be kind of leading into more familiar game lore and moving into the movie universe, and just kind of accepting this is just it's going to be another silly little thing. Like it's the movie universe. It's fine.
Yeah, I want it to be about Angel Island. I want it to be setting up chaos. It's not going to be that.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely fair, it would be really weird if Angel Island's just there in movie 3, which I understand.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great though? Just imagine this world where the plot of this series is utter garbage. Like we get, we have our synopsis, we know what it's going to be about. And then we watch the series and the B story that is not the thing that they're advertising is all stuff about
Full of
Angel Island.
bees!
I fucking hate you. But no, just having the B story be full of our actual Sonic lore stuff that we're there for. I wouldn't mind that, because like I liked how they handled a lot of that in movie 2, where there was, you could tell you were watching a Paramount family film, but there was enough stuff there to remind you, like, hey, this is a Sonic film, this is happening in Sonic's universe, things happen here that are strictly about this guy, his world, and stuff you like in here. Look at these mosaics that are in this labyrinth zone area. Look at how the Chaos Emeralds are being utilized. Oh my god, here's Super Sonic, look at what he's doing. Like, there's all of that stuff there, even if it's not been the focus for the majority of that film, it's there. If we get something like that in the Knuckles film where it's like, yeah, I'm not here for the primary plot, but all this background stuff is fascinating. That's what I'm hoping to get, because I feel like I can't hope for more than that, but even that would be fine.
I'm not above it. Like I'm playing around in children's media, for God's sakes. And I'm gonna say this about the Flash too, but every now and then I'm also just okay with it's that thing. I know that thing and I like that thing. I'm so happy to see this thing in this new format. Nostalgia.
So sometimes it's nice just to
I just want a couple of those things, man. Like this, I know where it comes from too. I whine about it all the time. I know exactly where it comes from. It's from me growing up with Sonic cartoons and comics and everything that didn't have enough game things.
So when you see the game things, you're just like,
Well, no, like I when we're doing a movie, like translate more of that into a new format. You cowards, do it. Make Angel Island work. Make it work. You already have the silliest thing on the table. Colorful cartoon rainbow Ratman.
And while you're at it, make them maximize more than once.
And
for God's sakes.
And somehow the movie universe recognized rings as an actual part of the lore before the comic universe ever could.
I'm going to lose my damn mind about that. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. I gotten so many comments when I whined about it in my last speed reading, and just I've talked about it on the show before. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it? Is it though?
No, it's so stupid.
It doesn't sound like
so
you're fine.
Dumb. It's so dumb. Whatever.
And you know what? Archie could do it. IDW could as well. They just don't and won't at this point.
It's fine. What are you giggling at, Gilly?
Sorry, no. There's just something really funny in the really funny super chat coming up.
Oh. Oh god, I can't wait to talk.
We'll
about
get to it.
Just there are so many people out there that think that's legitimately how that scene plays out.
I know it's in reverse, but it's like
it's so funny though. It's so damn funny.
I'm gonna be honest, based on everything I know about the movie now, I'm really glad I skipped it.
I had a good time.
I'm glad.
I had a good time with that movie. I really did. I think people are being way too angry for no reason.
It just looks like everything I hate.
Look, I wanted Keaton Batman. I got Keaton Batman. It's
I just don't give a shit about Keaton Batman.
Well, then don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. But our resident DC superfan has definitely different, more nuanced opinions on it. I really would like to chat it up with him about that. But yeah, anyway.
It'd be nice to hear from him about it. Maybe some other time.
Guys, if you want us to rehire Pup.
Has he done a review?
He does. He did a review. I listened to it last night.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go check that out now that I've actually watched the movie.
My nuanced opinion. Film sucked. Wish I was dead.
Wish I was dead.
Perfect. We don't need you on payroll to have your energy.
Well, it's just, yeah, that's why I want to have like a conversation with him about it, because we have such completely different perspectives on it, and he's coming from a far more personal place from the Snyderverse side of things. So I would love to have like a proper conversation about that. But that is a conversation for a different time, a different speedster, if you will. But I don't know. I think I think Twitter's being a little bit too dramatic about the movie.
I think they are too. My whole feeling about it is I get where Pup's coming from, because it's like it's a subpar ending to something he really enjoyed. Like it doesn't
Oh, for sure.
really
Yeah, like
send it off in a
Yeah.
really respectful way.
it doesn't send it off at all. Like whatever anyone's telling you, like because we were going into this assuming like, oh, this is gonna be like the big and this was talked about for years. Like this is where we're going to cut off the
Dude, I was-
Snyderverse and wrap it
yeah.
up. They don't do
I-
any of that.
I remember talking with somebody about like, oh, they're gonna do a Flashpoint movie 10 fucking years ago. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's Pup for you. Like he's a big fan of Ben Affleck's Batman, big fan of Michael Keaton's Batman, largely because that's what I grew up with. But like Keaton is not. He's just having it's like whatever. I'm having a good time. It's fine. Whatever. Me and Pup will talk about it a different time.
I liked when he strapped a grenade to a person and totally didn't kill him.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like there's people die pretty hard in this movie. It's fine. It's fun. Anyway, like I said like 15 minutes ago, super chats.
oh, right, yeah.
All
Don't
right.
Stop
so-
getting mad at us for having fun, Nick.
That's my job. I'm the crunky old man. Crunky.
Crunk, you're
And then there's Crunky. He's dead.
Is Nick getting angry because people are having fun again?
Yep.
That sounds like it.
He hit me.
Not hard enough, obviously.
Just workplace
Damn.
abuse jokes. Don't even worry about it, guys. Anyway.
There's a reason Pup's not here. It was the hostile work
Mhm.
environment.
Oh God. Anyway. Gilly, now that you're back, you want to kick us off with super chats?
Son of a bitch. Where
Mm.
super chat mailbag? I need a burger. Burger.
And people screeching, don't screech spoilers from movies. Fuck. Thank you, Pup.
Oh.
Wait,
Gilbot.
that wasn't Pup. The
Just
game.
because you're
the
mad at the
fuck?
movie. Yeah, thank you, Pup. Whatever you think of the movie, don't spoil it. Atta boy. Thank you.
Somebody ban pup.
You time him out like he times out Tom Topics.
All right, Gilbot 9000 with $10. Recovering from LASIK, so I can't look at the screen much. I don't know what you wrote, man. It doesn't. It's a bunch of gibberish. But I put my sunglasses on so I could send a thank you to all of you guys for carrying me through this with your amazing podcast. That is you're really overselling it, but thank you.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
We appreciate your standards as they are.
All right, Boat NB with $2. My girl is winning. Absolutely. Good year for Amy. Hopefully.
Turns out she's the worst character in every single game, and
She
only-
doesn't get like a dye job when she gets emeralds. I'm gonna have some whining to do.
Yep. No Super Amy for you, Nick.
She just, you know, Knuckles just glows pink.
She just goes red.
Yeah.
They just palette swap the two of them. That's all it is.
Goodness. All right. Serious.
Sonic Fan 1661. Thank you for the $2. Calling it now. He won't remember to change the font. I'm. It's not remembering. I'm deliberately not changing that font.
What
What
font?
are we talking about?
The stream starting soon. I don't have it set as the Sega Dreamcast adventure font. I do not have it set that way, and I have it underscored going, Pup will deal with the font.
All right. We got Topher 0523 with $4.99. Hey gentlemen, happy Friday to all. Wondering if you played the Final Fantasy 16 demo and wanted your opinions. I know it's not Sonic, but still curious. I want to play the demo. My attention in every waking free minute I have had has been elsewhere.
I've been meaning to play it. I have to play it. I have to download it still.
I don't
It's
have
coming
PS5.
out like while we're going to be away too, which makes
Yeah,
me
yeah.
sad, but I just don't have the time to play it right now.
Glad to hear it's I'm getting some positivity in the chat, and I have seen some positivity on Twitter about it. So that's good to hear. It's very weird. And I wonder if it's just because I've been too entrenched in the Sonic community. It just feels weird that a Final Fantasy game is sneaking up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even find out that that thing was being released until we were in Boston and got the lanyards. I was like, oh,
It looks
new Final
cool
Fantasy.
as hell.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I
But
still have
I've
to play
also-
that. I still have to play what's it called? Stranger of Paradise.
Oh, yeah. You know what? It doesn't initially look like my kind of thing, but I have heard really, really good things about it from at least from the people whose opinions I care about.
how is that a genuine question? Is Pup Nick's pet or what? Genuine? How is that a genuine question?
He spent a
That
lot
is
of time at your
weird.
house and you fed him, right?
Not our kink. We have a more brotherly relationship. That's not our kink.
God.
Mhm.
That's just weird. No, that is a co-host. That is a coworker. We are on equal footing. Don't make it weird. Dusk. I make it weird. That's my job. Anyway,
Jesus.
Wayne.
I
Oh, were you, or
Wayne.
did you do 16?
I just
Um,
went.
Is Gilly.
No, I did Topher. You're Sonic fan 1661.
No, that'd be Gilly.
Although I guess I can read that one because it's addressed to me. I
It's-
think.
it's Gilly's turn. Make him.
For the love of Christ. Sonic Fan 1661 with $2. Also, hello, what Ninal a sane.
What in the Alisane?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Amalgam Wayne.
So that's my name.
Amalgamation?
Oh man, I'm gonna go destroy my own lava room now.
Dude, I want to play more Minecraft.
I'm down, yeah.
That'd be fun. We gotta get that sorted out. I got way too much stuff to get done this week, but yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, all right. OzJam H with $5. Thank you. Hello, members of Sunset City and Gilly. Just and Knuckles. Hope you guys are feeling groovy with gaming juice galore. And remember, stay juicing and jamming keen. Okay.
Yeah. Those
Also,
were
I like Accelerate says, "Oh hey, by the way, Wayne, we won. We got Nick into Minecraft. Hell yeah, we did."
I'll still get cranky.
You'll never get me.
one day I'll enjoy.
Okay,
it.
no one get you to like just
That's
play
a
anything with
little
us.
bitch.
Unless it's Squid Children.
You got there's other games, but you guys are fucking babies and play fucking baby games.
We're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog on the internet.
You play
You're not
fucking-
better than us.
You play baby games.
I play. I
Yes.
don't know,
God,
Yes.
he
like
you
Fortnite.
never went past that high school phase.
Baby
No,
games.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and you guys won't get past that fucking
Elementary school phase?
yeah.
I'm too old to give a shit anymore.
In
I'm
my
too
in my
old to
defense,
care.
I have
you guys
tried
listen. As
every
much as I want,
Splatoon
as
game.
much as I want to fucking jug with you guys, I'm not doing none of that shit.
Fine. It's up to you.
I gotta,
Big
I
cool
gotta
boy,
get
go
my
play your
Optimus,
Squid Billies.
I gotta earn my Optimus Prime skin. I gotta
Let me
have
know when you
Optimus
wanna-
Prime drop the gritty.
Let me know when you want to play Quake.
You know what? I would
Are you
think,
just trying to flex? Like, are you like 30 in the early 90s? Who
Yeah.
cares?
I played
It's fun.
I play
They
man
fucking-
games. Like
They
Quake.
fucking remastered the game and it has online and we can play it. We can play Quake Champions. That's the current game. You know what? I would play fucking Overwatch. I would play Overwatch. I like Overwatch.
I'm not touching Overwatch with a 15-foot pole. Fuck that game.
It's a fun
Fuck that
game. Why fuck that game? You play fucking Fortnite. It's great. It's a great
You know what?
game.
Fuck all of
I
you.
like Fortnite more.
We have enough people for this. Let's all play League of
I'm gonna
Legends
be-
then.
No.
No.
I'll tell you
No.
why. I'll tell you why Overwatch. It intimidates me.
It's a fun game. I mean, I haven't
Too
played
many.
Overwatch
There's
2.
too many different characters, and
I
it
haven't played
confuses
Overwatch 2.
me.
It's just
It's
a
just
it's just a
Boring
shooter.
TF2.
I don't. I like the slow parts of Fortnite. I like being able to explore. I like that part of it. I like prepping. It's fun.
Yeah,
that.
you
That
won't
is
get
the-
any of
that
that in
is-
Overwatch.
That's like you want to kill. Play the games. Play the part of the games you don't like.
I know you
Wander
whiny
around,
baby boy.
fucking dicking around. Just
That's great.
dicking around. You want to
It-
go in for? You want to virtually dick around?
I love that.
Play
Literally,
Sm- I
all
would
we
play
do is
Smash.
be
You
our
guys would
chat.
play Smash. I would play Smash.
I'll play Smash.
I don't
Yo,
have the.
yo, Gilly, 1v1
Gilly, I
me in
have
Metroid
played Smash
Blast
with you
Ball.
on
You won't.
stream. Eat shit.
I like
And
that
it's-
before the show we're talking about like let's get Federation Force going, baby.
I'll play Mario Kart.
I want to get Mario Kart again because I would actually really like to play Mario Kart with you guys.
Fucking love Mario Kart.
Mario Kart's fun.
But no, you guys are playing fucking Fortnite
I
and
like
Minecraft.
yeah,
Like
I like
children.
Fortnite.
It's a fun game.
Like children.
Fun games.
I like. It's this weird for Sonic podcast. Something I've always loved. That's always been with me since games or consoles went 3D. I love exploring environments. It's my favorite thing. yeah.
Exploring environments is part of Sonic. It always has
okay,
been.
so just play Tears of the Kingdom till you die.
Or
I've been
you
having
know,
a great time. Yeah, that's
Till you die. Don't beat the game. Just play it.
till I die. I got things to do. Like there's a limit.
you mean like you mean
No,
like,
you just
like,
Sometimes you gotta stop
No,
camping
It
and
just
take a
never
shower.
ends. You know what they should have done? You know what they fucking should have done? Fuck Tears of the Kingdom. Fuck They should have just made a Breath of the Wild that's like procedurally generated and never ends.
Oh
Oh,
god,
God.
damn it. Yeah,
'Cause
No
it would
Man's
be the s-
Kingdom.
It would be the same
That is-
shit.
That is where I don't like exploring. I cannot stand procedurally generated. I'm worried about Starfield. I might spend too much time in there, but like you got like 1,000 plants. I don't need 1,000 plants.
I stopped watching. I stopped watching that presentation as soon as they started talking about Starfield because I was just like, I cannot be paid to give a shit about this.
That's a weird thing to flex on, but you do you, champ. I think it looks fun. I think it looks really cool, and I'm very excited to see that all the big players. We got Nintendo, Sony, and finally Microsoft back bringing like real big contenders to the table this year. Like we got Tears of the Kingdom, we're gonna have Spider-Man 2, and we're gonna have Starfield.
Acidic Studios wants a fucking timeout. Is what he's telling me. He's been speaking to me. Tell me he wants a fucking timeout.
Starfield is a sci-fi
can-
version
I
of
can grant
Does
his
Garfield.
wish.
Acidic Studios timeout? Is that real?
Oh god, let's get to the rest of these super chats. These are great. Oh,
Oh,
man, the sass is real.
All right, Xavier.
Okay,
Or hold on, is it you, Nick, or is it?
no, it's your turn.
Okay. Xavier Fortin, thank you very much for the 279. A Rule of Rose reference. Cool.
You're welcome. That game is famous for being expensive.
That game
That's it.
is famous for being a bad game with an incredible story that costs $700 fucking dollars.
I really like the cover. I love the cover art.
Oh, the cover's gorgeous. Yeah,
I never want to play it.
it's a bad game. It's a bad game.
Spoilers, they kill a dog. I'm not into that life. Not into it.
Yeah. I think the narrative is outstanding. It's just, man, it's just wrapped up in a very bad game. It is Rule of Rose is one of those games that just like embodies why survival horror kind of died off for a while.
Yeah. That's fine. It's back. It's doing strong. I wonder who owns the rights. It feels insane that some of these more rare games haven't tried to capitalize on that and just like do like a digital release or something. I'm going to feel like an idiot if Rule of Rose is like available on PC or something like that.
Oh fuck!
Oh, it's a Sony.
Atlas.
Yeah. It is.
God fucking damn it!
If you want a game to be released,
hang on. Let's see here. Developed by Punchline. Who's Punchline?
Dude, the fucking price tag on that game is.
Oh, they're defunct. They're defunct. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who owns the right. Oh, they did Tulip too. Oh, they did weird things. Good for them. Good for them. That's awesome. Oh, okay. Just because I'm thinking about Rule of Rose real quick on the Wikipedia page. Future. In 2021, Tokyo indie game developer Onion Games expressed interest in remastering Rule of Rose, although they can't guarantee that any of these initiatives have more than a 1% chance of happening. They would give it a try after remastering a previous title for Nintendo Switch called Moon. Oh, that's sick. Okay, I have that pre-ordered. Because I don't know. I love being in this era where rare games don't have to be rare anymore. I'm very happy about that. We got Metal Wolf Chaos back. We got Moon back. So let's keep that train trucking. Anyway, Wayne.
Let's see. I apologize. Where are
You
we
got a
at? Is
burger.
that Jamal?
No,
No, it's not JMH. Okay. We got us JMH with 5.
Oh,
No.
we for some reason that one
Oh.
wasn't Bird.
Sorry.
Oh, Josiah?
I missed Josiah's. There we go.
Barker. There we go.
Josiah Rovarosa with $5. I have a question for y'all. Have you ever been scammed before? And if so, by what or whom? I got scammed by a Lego site. They were big and were not
$9.9.
$10
$10 Legos.
Oh, okay. I have been scammed, and I don't like talking about it because it was in person. It was an uncomfortable situation, and it kicked off what I think to this day is the worst week of my entire life. That was not a good time.
In a less traumatic sense, yeah, I've been scammed before too. I don't remember if it was like shoes or a dinosaur toy or something, but I mean, lesson learned real quick. I got my money back. Oh yeah, one was on eBay, and like I just trust eBay because like they're big corporations, so they have to take care of that stuff. But like I was looking for like this green handheld console, never showed up, never got any response, nothing happened from it, and yeah, eventually just got my money back because what the hell else is going to happen when they don't deliver on the product?
Yeah.
But yeah, you just got to be careful with that kind of stuff where you can. If you see a price that seems too good to be true on a website you've never heard of before, it's probably too good to be true. Don't give them your money.
No, don't listen to him.
No.
Live on the edge.
Gil, we talked about this. You got to get out of this game.
All right, Gilly, you're up with OzJam.
All right. OzJam H with $5. An interesting interview fact about Superstars. Originally was going to be drawn frame by frame, but went 3D to convey the classic feel more. Thoughts? They went 3D because it's cheaper.
Yep.
I was gonna say
That has
frame by
nothing to
frame-
do. That has nothing to do with trying to convey the classic feel more. Zero.
Do we? Yeah. Do we have like? Trust me, I would love a frame by frame game. What was that? What was that one like fan made thing that was being made?
Sonic Freedom by Triple Jazz.
It's so pretty, but like, I think there's a reason why I do not believe we've seen a full release for that game. It's also
busy dude. He's got to get money on the table.
Oh well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I mean, look
Yeah.
at how long was
Yeah.
Cuphead in development?
God, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Microsoft backing them up.
Also, do we have a source on that? Were they legitimately gonna try to do that frame by frame animation?
I only saw it in the chats. I don't know for sure.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
someone can source that for us. We would all appreciate that, but
Because it's super
yeah.
interesting if that's the case, but it's just
even if they say in an interview somewhere that like, hey, the reason we did this 3D was to convey the classic feel more. No, even with an official source confirming that, I was still going, no, that's not why you did that. Don't fucking lie to us. We know
I
better.
mean, at the same time, though, I do, because I didn't think we would ever have anybody actually flat out chat about like potentially working with Whitehead, and then it didn't happen. So I do wonder also if you guys remember the rumors that they were going to be working on Adventure remakes that just kind of fell through.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any truth to that, and if there is, if they would have even said anything, or I wonder if Azuka's just not wanting to talk about it because it looks like he's gone back to like, oh, we're working on new experiences. Don't worry about Adventure. I don't know. Anyway. So my turn with our Paul Jamal with $5. Thanks as always, our good friend. Happy B Theory weekend, guys. Milk Pro forever, Wallace. Nick and Sally Acorn. Cannon Turtle Power. Oh, it's because it was on a separate thing. Nick and Sally Acorn Cannon. Better believe it is. There you go. Turtle Power.
Nick actually has cannon turtle power. That's
Got a
that's the
blast
thing.
twist.
No, that's turtle cannon power.
Cute.
Okay. Next
Anyway.
Next one we have is from OzJam H. Sorry, Nick. Tears of the Kingdom can't give credit. Come back when you've got when you're a little richer. Thank you for the $5, OzJam H.
Beautiful. Wonderful
good.
reference.
So we got Sonic Fan 1661 with $2. Well, someone has to replace Pup in the derailments.
We try. A lot of rails. A lot of rails today, boys.
That Jordo with $2. Sorry, Gilly, but Tears of the Kingdom's ending is objectively great. That's not how that works.
Objective is
You keep using that word. I don't think you
Yeah.
know what it means.
I adore the finale of Tears of the Kingdom. I'm careful about using the word objective.
Oh, Jordo's having a good old time.
Yeah.
Jordo's being a little.
Listen, objectively, burgers are the best.
Speaking of
I'm
Jordo,
going to get hot
In my
wings.
in my objective opinion,
Oh my god. It may be objective that you have an opinion, but that's okay. Obviously, I can understand these conversations. I just suck at physics.
yeah, I gotta get some drawing done for Jordo. I gotta get a lot of drawing done. Period. But yeah. Anyway, thank you, Jordo, and thank you again for the follow-up super chat with $2. Year of Amy. Year of Amy. Year of Amy. Year of Amy.
Is it the year of Amy?
you're of Amy. You're of Amy.
You are of Amy.
You're of Amy.
You're of Amy.
You're a fucking Amy.
God, I can't
You're
wait.
fucking veiny.
Throbbing. Aiden F.
You guys
thank
see that brand new You're of Amy game?
Aiden F. Thank you for the $5. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Played Spark the Electric Jester 3 and having a blast. Any thoughts on the game and how it relates to Sonic? So I haven't played the Spark series, but I mean it's meant to be evocative of the Sonic series as far as I know. So I mean it relates to Sonic in that way. I think that's as far as I could go.
I know Twitter gets real mad if you compare it to Sonic. That's all I really know. I played a little bit of it. It was okay. I thought it was a little bit too loosey-goosey and a bit of a long-winded with their stupid fucking cutscenes when I ran into a boss, and I got very, very, very impatient. But yeah, a fun little blend of Mega Man and 3D Sonic, from what I remember. I am going to properly play that trilogy and give it a thorough breakdown and review at some point, though.
Yeah, I haven't played it. It's on my radar. I will say, just don't be afraid of things just getting like a light, gentle comparison. Like something can be inspired by another thing and still be its own thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did you guys play Freedom Planet 2?
I've not even played the first one.
I haven't even finished the first one. I think I got it from Humble Bundle on my Wii U back in the day. So it's on there. I just need to like actually sit down and play it. As I heard it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I didn't play the second one yet.
Okay.
More games I could probably get away with reviewing without getting demolished in YouTube.
Yeah, it's Sonic
Uh.
adjacent.
Sonic adjacent. Did you see? And I like that. I put up the tweet out there, like, "Hey, would you guys like a RSS video?"
What
And
the
Gilly
fuck?
was
is our-
Yeah, it was like a video, like, "Oh no, I don't know what that is." Like, oh, come on, kids, you gotta try a little harder. You gotta read a little bit deeper with who's making your video game.
Click on a video on a subject you've never heard of. Like
I know, but like Gilly even messaged our group, like, "Dude, you can't mention it in the video title. Superstar is this or that and the other. You cannot name it."
yeah. If
And
somebody
then
You mean like how Yuji Naga got our zested?
if somebody
I think he spelled it wrong.
if somebody uploads a video about a re-release of Cruisin', or a PS1 game about flying hot air balloons, you should watch it. Might be good.
Anyway, whose turn is it?
I have no idea.
Who did the gesture one?
I did. So it'd be
Oh,
one.
that was okay. So that Jordo with $2. Oh yeah, Godzilla 98 was peak. Don't give him that. Do not give him that.
Thanks, Jordo. Thanks, Jordo.
Doesn't deserve it.
Peak what?
Peak
Peak
smiley
fish.
face,
Peak
Italian
bull-
shaky
peak
fingers,
bull-
and sparkles.
Peak
bullshit.
peak amount of
Peak.
fish in one place.
Peak bullshit.
Peak fish.
There
was a lot of
It's
fish.
O-peak.
Oh man.
Peak
Okay.
Pikachu.
Gilly,
Pika de Gallo.
it's your turn. A Puka de Beppo.
Coca-Cola. Astonishing Red with 499. Excited for Superstars. Although the timing is a little weird considering that Oranges Plus is coming this year.
Sonic Oranges Plus, made in Florida. Got it.
There we go,
Orange.
Gilly. Got the name of the Origins video ready to go. Sonic Oranges Plus.
Orange. I'm
unlike
glad I
Sega.
said orange.
Wow.
Orange, you glad you could play as Amy. That's
Oh my god. Orange, you glad the game is fixed? Hopefully. Orange, you glad it times out? I don't know. I got a lot of things to look over when that drops. I got a lot of things to talk about. Hopefully. We'll see. Anyway. Steampunk with $5. Thank you. How long do you think it'll be before Sonic Riders returns in some form or another in the future? It's not because I miss it or anything. I do worry that one might just be dead and gone.
After Free Riders, I think they're tired. they're just like, the Sonic Team racing games do well. Fuck Riders again. It's probably Sega.
I do think
mentality.
that's. I mean, I wouldn't hate them doing a collection at some sort. I don't think that's going to happen though. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
like the wider general audience didn't love those games that well. I mean, it did well enough to get 3 in that little spin-off series, but
Mhm.
I mean, the amount of effort they'd have to go just to get it working without a Kinect for that third game. I guess you could just do Riders 1 and 2. Nobody really missed Free Riders.
I mean, even as an impressionable kid, the only one I ever cared about was the first one.
Yeah.
Even liking that one, I wasn't exactly excited about it getting sequels.
You were happy that it existed. You didn't want more.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those, like, as a kid, I was just like, oh, that was fun. I don't need to do that again, but I liked it.
Oh,
Well,
I don't. I just don't think the.
and then they were like, want to do it again?
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't think the market's there for that to really justify remastering and putting it back out there, which is a shame. Like even a quick digital release would be nice, but is what it is.
next one we have is
Love to
from,
be wrong there.
Next
Sorry.
one we have is from Coffee. Thank you for the 4.99 euros. Weird that this has never come up, but what are your guys' favorite Sonic characters? I think that's actually come up in a few episodes.
Gamma,
Omega.
Tangle.
Hang on. Weird characters never come up. But what are your favorite? I like the robots a lot. Metal and Mecha Sonic and Metal Knuckles. Those are usually. I mean, that's because I have a deep love for the core characters, but I love a real kick-ass Robo Double. So
What about you,
I like
Billy?
probably those.
I like what Knuckles used to be.
The Knuckles of
They
the
were getting
past.
more and more of him again.
Yeah, I like Frontiers Knuckles, but
Yeah.
I liked Knuckles and then I didn't like Knuckles, and now I'm starting to like Knuckles. So
You
I
got
like
him in the
how-
hands of somebody who really, really, really likes Knuckles. So
I've heard that for the Sonic Frontiers DLC, they're going to take a page from Final Fantasy 16 and get the game banned in a couple of countries because of just the like gratuitous, fully animated gay sex scenes.
I mean, with those bedroom eyes we got all the time in Frontiers, you knew it was coming.
Oh, he will be.
someone's going. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
It's everywhere.
Here I come.
Somebody said, I don't know if it was like on Twitter in a reply or like one of my comments, where there's just like they were just like, I think it might have been Jordo. Just like I always associate, that that ME song, whatever that is,
Unknown for me.
associated with like
Unknown
Sonic's.
for me.
Yeah, thanks to me, like associated with Sonic's sexy music. I love that. It makes me so happy.
Here I come, rough.
Here I come.
oh, you know what? No, fuck you guys. I like Ray.
Like, God.
I
That's another thing. You just reminded me. So Crash Bandicoot did this cute little thing, like their Twitter account. They're like, "Oh, Gen Z, if you don't know me, I'm Orange Sonic," which feels weird since they're both '90s icons, and Crash is like the newer of those anyway. And I just retweeted with Tails like, "No, we already got Orange Sonic," and like this fucking community has to find there's no corner they cannot argue about. Like they have to find something to argue about. Like the first two comments were like, he's yellow. What are you talking about? What? I can't.
Wait, what?
The people were just I got people in my comments when I showed Tails like, Tails is yellow.
Yeah,
No!
And Sonic's arms are blue. What about it?
It's a lighter yellow. Sorry, God, no, I'm doing it. Like a lighter orange, sure. But that's still orange. I'm going crazy.
He's kind of yellow.
He's orange.
Oh no! Don't even do this shit where you immediately go. I can't believe the Sonic community argues about this, and then we, the Sonic community on Sunset City, immediately do it.
No, we're nailing this in the butt right now.
It's
right
okay.
now.
Well, here's the thing: is that originally he was more orange.
So
he's become more yellow.
yeah,
That doesn't change the fact that primary color's yellow. The moment you add red to it, it becomes orange. No matter how much more of the yellow side of thing is in there, it is orange. It's orange. It's orange. He's orange.
Look at the picture at the back rooms. I want everybody to take a vote. Yellow or orange?
Orange.
That's yellow.
That's
yellow.
yellow. That's
Orange.
yellow.
It's yellow. It's yellow.
Nick, you're an artist. You should know this.
I am an artist. You want to take that into Photoshop, champ? Because that is orange.
It's yellow.
That's definitely orange. Thank you, pup. God's sakes. Of course, he's got to be off the show right now to be doing it, for God's sakes. Sorry,
if you want to really get
Actually, wait.
he's a red fox. So
Wait, hold on. I think I actually have to change my answer to orange. I just used Lightshot to take a screenshot of like a square of his fur just to look at it in isolation. In isolation, that looks orange.
But then why do they always use yellow for like all of his icons and everything?
yeah, he's often. Well, that's the thing is that they often make him yellow.
What color's Ray?
Ray is yellow.
Ray's yellow.
So they're both the same color.
Ray is absolutely 100 fucking % yellow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They can.
You're saying that Tails and Ray are in the same color group?
No, but Tails is way closer to being Ray's color than he is to being true orange.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's true orange. I'm saying that
Also,
is a
it's like-
shade of orange. The moment there is any red in yellow, that is orange. He's orange.
But they do shit like this where he's fucking yellow.
That's orange, dude.
My
I mean,
favorite-
that's a very yellowy orange, but that's orange.
My favorite color is orange, and he's not orange enough for me.
Hold on, I just did the. So I just copied.
Fuck you.
I'm going crazy
square.
with like the definite like the default cartoon fox color is orange. That is just known. Everyone knows that, and we're saying like that's a yellow fox. I'm going
Yeah.
crazy. I'm going
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, but it's like I'm used to him looking like this. I grew up with this, which is
That's
fucking
orange.
Orange.
I'm
That is
not-
orange.
Arguing shades of orange.
But it's
I'm
not.
saying
Look at that,
orange.
and then look at the previous one. They're not even in the same fucking realm. That is the last one I posted is like a hair away from true yellow.
Also, I just posted Ray's color as my
That's
last
yellow.
one. Yeah, that's definitely yellow. The other two, it's like it's 100%.
God's sakes, thank you, pup. For God, it's like I'm
He's
going crazy.
corn.
Like you guys don't
He's
understand
corn.
hues and shades. I'm
He's
going
corn.
crazy.
No, he's. I've changed my answer to orange.
Everyone knows that corn is orange.
It's Cowan.
I mean, one of them is literally named Selective Yellow.
The top selection is yellow C. Does it say orange C?
I'm saying you guys have bad.
Does it say
eyeballs.
orange C, Nick? Answer the question.
Are you telling me that yellow C is not?
What kind
that
of
is
C
orange.
is it, Nick? What C? Which C is it? Answer the question, you coward!
Oh my god. Oh, then there's just California at the bottom.
Why isn't California the color of smog? And just forest fires.
I mean, to be fair, that is pretty orange.
I
Tails
think they
is a
switched
redhead.
between 'em.
He's a dirty ginger is what he is. I've been playing too
Whoa.
much Gentleman's Revenge. Oh god. Oh my god. Next trick, let's see whether if Knuckles is red or burgundy. Burgundy. Ooh.
Dude, guys, you know what's crazy?
Mm.
He's
Uh,
orange. Why'd they make Supersonic orange?
The primary
Jesus
color there is
Christ.
yellow. He's got some red hue around that.
Oh, but the minute that you have red anywhere in yellow,
Yeah, there's orange hues in there too, mixing it up.
The famous red Goku.
I thought he was pink.
Orange Super Saiyan.
Oh my god! Even without Pup here, you're still dragging us into just a needlessly long argument. Now it's my turn. It's
Now
gonna be
you
and
know.
Ferris next week.
Aren't you glad I didn't say
Okay, but Nick, next week we are going to be at Too Many Games, so it's going to be me and Gilly in a fist fight.
We should have just changed the name of this episode. Aren't you glad you can play Amy?
I'm gonna hand you. I'm gonna hand you like a clementine at Too Many Games. I'm just gonna say, here, I bought you a yellow.
Here's a banana.
Hand him a banana and say, here, it's an orange.
I'm just.
It's weird that they named the fruit after. They should have called it
Hang
yellow.
on, everybody stop. Josh, you will get banned if you're lying to us.
Mandarin yellow.
You will be banned if you're lying to us. Images of Super Amy was shown off in Origins. I need sources of that. I need it immediately if that's the case.
Oh god.
Sorry if there's spoilers, but I need that right now. And we need to know if she's orange or not.
The color, she will be
Orange is the
lemon.
new yellow.
She will be lemon.
She'll be lemon.
Well, that's the.
You know what I find interesting? This not just Tails, but like I feel like the only time I've ever had color arguments has been between orange and yellow. Like of all the 6 main colors, you got your primaries yellow, red, blue, secondaries green, purple, yellow, or orange.
Is it blue or
The
cyan?
only time I seem to really have there's color shade arguments all the time. Pub is well familiar with one of his friends, with Caramel. But I do wonder, I just think it's interesting that yellow and orange are always seem to be in the middle of that particular argument. Colors are cool. And they all matter. Tails
Actually,
is
in
orange.
this case,
I
these colors
just-
are warm, Nick.
I'm just going by like on the box art for Sonic Heroes, where they have the colors of each character as the little icons. They have red, blue, and yellow. They do not have red, blue, and orange.
What are you talking about?
He's yellow.
He's orange.
You're
The
orange.
default color
Yeah.
of Tails, you're going to legitimately say like he's consistently yellow character.
Not consistently, no. They interchange him all the fucking time because they don't. He just shifts around all the time. But I
Guys, we
think
have
that the base
so
is
many
supposed to be
super
yellow.
chats to get to still.
I think the base is supposed to be yellow, and I think different interpretations of the character end up looking more orange.
You think the base of the character is supposed to be yellow?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. I mean, we're not going to get anywhere with that argument. Like, I'm not going to be like, change your eyeballs.
Hey,
I don't know what to tell you.
Crimson Rose just
I'm sorry
gave
that
us
I
a
can't.
super chat
I
with
can't pretend
gave
to
us
be
a
wrong
nice
for you.
Crimson Rose just gave us a nice big
Objection.
yellow super chat. All right.
God, I want off this train while it's in motion so that I will
you-
never get on a train again.
Do you want off of Mr. Bones' wild ride?
I want off Mr. Bo's wild ride.
Shit, guys, hold on. Give me a second. I have to take a call.
You take a call. Is it
Yeah.
about the color of fucking orange?
Yes, it's a yellow call.
You know what I'm excited about? I have another thing to pester Sonic officials about now. Here's the thing, like this kind of stuff that we do, eventually, Ian Flynn, for instance, will get bothered by something we
Oh,
do
yeah.
on Bumblecast.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I don't try to listen as much just because like I don't know. I want to be able to form my own opinions and everything. But like every now and then I jump in. It's just like, oh, it says audio gone for Acidic Studios. I wonder if it's actually gone. So anybody, if there's any problems, let us know.
I still see everything on my end. But
Okay, yeah, looks like we're okay. But I just feel bad for the dude because like everyone, you know that the conversation's going about that Mecha Sonic in Sonic Adventure. Like, oh, I'm sorry, but we get answers, so that's cool. Anyway, where were we?
I have us marked.
I don't know who's taking this one.
I'll take this one. Let's just restart, unless and you know we'll just the three of us until Gilly gets back.
I gotta pee.
I gotta hold on. Wait! Pup just linked us in the back rooms.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
It's okay.
Thank you, Pup. Thank you, Pup.
Nope, that is exactly what I want. I'm okay with that.
It is not great, but it is there.
It is a super
Look,
form.
I want Silver Shadow back. I want Silver Shadow back, and I like this.
I'm just gonna type that. Oh man. Okay. Cool. Well, I know what the next video is going to be for me.
You
Okay,
don't have to make
hyper?
You don't have to make an actual video about feminism in the Sonic universe now. And
I want
sexism at
They're
Sega.
not gonna get a video called Sega Hates Women.
I want hyper Amy.
I do too, baby. Oh boy. Boy.
Hyper Amy with just a spinning hammer around her.
Well, there's got to be something. So we got the. Oh,
You okay, Nick?
I mean, like, what if they just double down and be like, get more birds? I mean, it would fit her, which is the annoying thing.
Yeah, because all the adventure shit.
I'm so sorry. I will be right back.
Understandable. Hey, Nick, it's me and you. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, no. Why Super Amy matters? Why Hyper Amy?
God,
I'm excited.
You're excited to make videos again.
Oh, Pup, I'm right there with you. Why the fuck are you not on there? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Do your thing. We love you, boy. I was worried Sego would be massive misogynist. I genuinely was too.
It's not.
They kind of are sometimes.
It's not Pup's fault that he's been fired. I mean, technically it is. We had like 15 meetings, and I mean, now we're here. But besides that,
Pup is right though. Change the damn font, Cirrus. You big baby.
no.
You're such a stubborn little brat. You're like supposed to be the adult here. Why don't you just change?
Why am I supposed to be the adult here? You're older than me.
Yeah, but you're like more mature or something. I thought you were.
Hey,
is it me? Is it me? Oh, that's not good, bud.
You're the adult, Nick.
Yeah, Pup. Thank you, Pup. Use the current setup that doesn't rob someone else's fan art. You bitch. You son of a bitch.
Then why was this used in the first place?
I don't know. I'm done doing this on the show. This is bad radio. Let's get back to the super chats.
Jesus Christ.
All right, Gilly might be gone for the rest of the show. He's got some power issues dealing with there. I'm sure Wayne's crying or whatever he does. So we'll get back to Sonic Fan 1661 with $2. A child is gonna get domed. A child is gonna get D. Oh god.
This is what I come back to. Okay.
Yeah, that's the boy.
God, I'm not gonna follow up that with what immediately came to mind.
Don't worry about it. We're done there.
Yep,
we're done there.
We're done.
We have enough controversial child death jokes on top of everything else. We're good.
Yeah.
Cirrus, get going.
I don't want to.
Then I will read the next one.
I'm kidding. I've got it. Beat it Shinoa? Thank you for the 550 Canadian. God damn it,
is
Gilly.
alarming how well he does that.
God damn it, Gilly. How
Wayne,
can
you
you
sounded exactly like Gilly there.
How can you disrespect my wife Amy like this? I'm unsubscribing. LOL. I was never subbed to begin with.
Damn.
Well, damn. That's
Thanks for the money though.
that's both needlessly harsh and you know what? I got it. I respect it.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
All right. So we got Mr. SP with 616. Rule of Rose live stream when? I'll even let you buy my copy for just $800. It can be yours, or you can just download it for free.
Not that we would purport. Who cares?
Yeah, we don't pirate games here on Sunset
We
City.
would, I would.
But you know, if we did, the websites we would use would be
Nope. Nope.
What was that? What was that one? What like website was it that was just
I
like?
ain't getting no. We're done with that. I ain't getting sued for this. I ain't getting sued for nobody.
No, I wasn't. I was more talking about there was an article out that was just like, hey, Metroid Dread is coming out. Here's where you could go download a ROM for it.
Oh, Kotaku.
Oh god damn it.
Kotaku. Yeah. That was so stupid.
That was
weird.
Yeah. I'm not one of those, hey, literally everything they do is terrible types of people, but I'm just like, that was dumb.
That was really dumb. Okay, so I think it's my turn again, right?
Yep.
Sonic fan 1661 with $5. Thank you. For a second, I actually thought you were talking about B theory. This podcast has ruined my brain. I think it was when we were screwing
that
up
was-
bees.
Yeah, it was when you were talking about the B plot to Knuckles.
You put such a
Knuckles,
heavy emphasis on B. I had to scream. So,
E.
all right, serious.
From OzJam H, thank you for the $2. Sonic saves a baby by putting them in the microwave.
And Knuckles saves a baby by putting him in a blender.
Oh my god. All right, Wayne.
All right, we got Alex Spark with $2. I'm a dinosaur guy, but where is the Robo Dino, Nick? I think we answered that.
It's a marine reptile. I know. Don't be lame. It's fun. I'm glad it's there. They don't have enough prehistoric critters representing robots for badniks. So I'm excited to fight that thing. All right, Mr. SP with $10. Thank you. Wade is boss. No, seriously. If Wade turns out to be the big bad all along, that could be amazing. Think about it. He was involved with both Sonic and Robotnik as they were doing their plans. Or not.
What?
No.
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 You don't want
No.
you don't want Wade the final boss?
No,
Anyway.
All this Wade hate.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's not the worst character in existence, but he's not funny.
That is certainly a character of all time.
He's objectively not funny.
OzJam H, thank you for the $5. IDW needs to make rings canon. Onion rings, that is, to make that infamous mod canon. If you know, well, DeviantArt knows. I know which one you're talking about.
Sonic XL, baby.
Yep.
That's a really creative mod, to be fair.
I don't. Well, I don't know what this is, but
It's
I think that might
a
be
pretty
okay.
it's a pretty big
Do you not know
deal
what that is?
when-
I'm not familiar with this now.
So they replaced the rings with onion rings.
Okay.
And the more you collect, the fatter Sonic gets to the point where he is completely immobilized. So you
Oh my
have to be
God, what?
very
Yeah.
limited with the rings you get. Yeah.
Wait, that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. It's
I
amazing.
thought this was going off in a different direction. So all
Yeah,
right,
it wasn't
that's
wasn't
pleasing.
inflation, but you know. That's
Yeah.
a Sonic thing too.
That's well, internet thing.
Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is a weird show. Just admit it.
That's just 90s, man. 90s stuff just awakened all of DeviantArt subcultures there, so it's fine. Anyway, let's see here. Is it my turn?
Probably.
Sonic fan 1661 $2. Thank you. Nick will crunk with you, sweetie pie. Sure will. Don't kink shame your all DJs. Thanks, Stevie.
Yeah.
All right. Cirrus.
Next one is from Crimson Rose. Thank you for the $5. What happened to Pup? You didn't take him out back, did you, Nick?
So, yeah. I mean, he's in the back rooms.
Yeah, you literally took him out back.
Yeah, he's just hanging out in the back rooms. Don't worry about it. Shotguns later.
Just
Anyway,
his soft,
it's hard to get
little
guns
neck.
in the UK. So that's gonna take a minute.
His soft, supple little neck just cracks so easily.
God.
All right, we got Channel a Pup. Oh, speaking of him,
See, he's
with
alive.
With 2 ghost pounds. Hey, I think Mario is very hot and sexy. Thanks, Uwu. I think you should have read that one, sirs.
I think you should die.
I mean,
Oh, Jam H with $2. Gilly now in position of old man. Nick demoted. I'll take it. That's fine. These are the jokes I've got for people. Call her Amy Rose.
Crimson Rose, thank you for the $2. I'd like to see you guys play Halo, not gonna lie. I don't mind
like
Halo.
me some Halo. I like Halo Reach multiplayer. Fun as hell.
I got Master Chief Collection.
Hell yeah!
I haven't played Halo multiplayer in a long time.
You know what
Reach is my favorite.
my favorite Halo multiplayer was Halo 1 PC Custom Edition. I liked playing fucking Capture the Flag at Lon Lon Ranch. That shit was great.
I liked seeing you play Halo with Miss Lacuna, and you just died like every 5 minutes.
Hey, look, that is because Spinny Boy was a very dear friend, and it's not my fault that she's a murderous psychopath.
She smacked your dead body with a pistol.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Look, we'll get back to doing Halo at some point. I think maybe. Lacuna's a sweet bean. I love her.
Yeah.
All right, whose turn? Cirrus, I think it's yours.
No, I did the Halo one.
Yeah, I think
Gotcha,
Nick,
gotcha.
it's you.
But what? Did we do all these in reverse? Did I jump way too far ahead?
You did.
Maybe.
So the next
Okay,
one was
so we
Ozgen.
got Executioner. No, we did the demoted. I read that one.
Okay, it's Ozjam H. It's the most recent burger.
Wait, no, that
Killing
was
on position old man. Yeah, like so I said, I've read that one.
Oh, we did that.
Yeah,
one.
we did them in not the right order. That's
okay.
what
So it is
happened.
Executioner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the $5. Thank you. Good Friday, Sunset Crew. Not much to say, but looking forward to catching up with y'all at TMG. All right, yeah, we'll see you there, Josh. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that loud. Oh shit. Anyway, yeah, we'll see you there. Oh man.
Oh no! I've said it in reference to the username before on one of my own videos. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I think.
Hopefully. Anyway, thanks for the $5. Cirrus.
Next one is from Crimson Rose. Think about the $5. Look at the price of the original Klonoa. It's crazy too.
Yeah,
Let me
I'm
know.
really glad I have it.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you-
It's very tempting to sell it sometimes, just like how much money that goes for. But yeah, I don't want to sell it. That's a very important game to me.
I already promised that if I ever had to sell it, there was like one specific person who would buy it from me.
Fair enough.
Ah,
Yeah, Gilly was on mute the whole time. Poor boy. Finally died.
yeah.
All right. Is it my turn?
I think so.
Yep.
Oh,
With that Yorda.
I'm not used to I'm not used to having just 3 people roll through so quickly now. That Jordo with $2. Thank you. Still can't believe that MGS3 remake is real.
Is it?
Yeah, that's weird. It's really weird. That game got ported so many freaking times, and that's the first one to get rebooted. I mean, we talked about it before. Like, it makes sense just in terms of chronological order and being so disconnected from the rest of the crazy
But that's not
gear
the
lore.
first one that got a remake. Twin Snakes.
Well, I guess
MGS
whatever.
MGS1 got a remake first.
It's been a long enough time that
Yeah.
it doesn't matter anymore. Twin Snakes is irrelevant to that conversation. I'm sorry. 20 years.
It was one of the
Sorry.
first 3D games to have polygonal clothing, though.
One of the first. We're well past that point.
No, Nick, it's still still
You're
the
old.
aughts.
You're all old
It's
too.
the 20 aughts, Nick. I've never left.
I know you haven't. None of Sonic Twitter has. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be interested to see. I'm gonna be watching that one from a distance. So, yeah, surreal. It's weird. Konami's trying to get back in the game, but be a lot of eyes on that without Kojima involved.
It'll be.
But anyway,
The next one's from Crimson Rose. Wayne, is this one you? Or is it...
I believe it is.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep tabs of like a few different things at once here. Yeah, Crimson Rose with $5. What about Kuon? Isn't that also super expensive? It's up there. I don't think it's as bad as Rule of Rose, but like that Hunting Ground. I think one of the other more ridiculous ones I've seen was like, what was it, Path of Radiance, the Fire Emblem one.
Mhm.
Some of these games have gotten way up there.
yes, famous horror game Path of Radiance.
Well, I'm not just talking.
Just giving you shit. You yellow bitch. You and your famous color yellow. So
We're gonna get Wayne a yellow tombstone now. You got a green one, Nick.
I hate
just
you.
drown in your yellow sea, you son of a... Anyway.
Nick, you got the next one. Come on,
All right. Nate Sabbies? Nate Sabes?
Saggies.
Anyway, thank you for the $4.99. 2023 is the year of Rose. They've been treating Amy great. She was amazing in... Oh, dear God. What is that? TMOSTH? The something of Sonic the Hedgehog?
The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, Pup did bring that up earlier this in our chat in the back rooms too. Or I think in the wherever he said it. Yeah, like that's a good point. I forgot that happened, but yeah, that was a fun little game. She definitely got a lot of love there. Anyway, and it's now finally playable again after so long. It's nice to see, and I am in complete agreement.
Yep.
All right.
Next one is from Sonic Fan 1661. Gully is objectively veiny.
I'm so vain.
We got that Jordo with $5. Mercy, I know it's wrong. But every time I see that juicy fat bird from Twitter, my mouth starts a watering and my hanks start a hankering.
You devolved into insanity the further into that super chat you got, Wayne.
That's going to be interesting to see, like the big old flub chub flickies and penguins and.
Wait, I think that was supposed to be said with a southern accent.
Mercy, I know it's
Mercy, I know it's wrong, but every time I see that juicy fat bird from Twitter, my mouth starts a watering and my hanks start a hankering.
Nick, I love how you started out with a correction and then you just let it flow.
Oh god. Well, I just think it's great, like back to kink shaming. Sorry, Stevie. But like I keep whining and complaining about the freedom fighters, right? And I keep thinking about like how they were originally based off of the critters that you would save in the original game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, we're bringing those critters back into prominence by inflating them. Like, okay, don't get the freedom fighters, but you get a fat flicky. Enjoy. Piss off.
It's the Fat Chocobo.
Keep your Kentucky Fried fetish away from me. I wonder what they're gonna do with them in terms of gameplay. Like, what's the deal there?
He holds items. It's the Fat Chocobo, but for Sonic.
Happy Pride Month from that act. Oh god. Okay. So that's just
relative.
how they talk in the South. That's just standard.
Man, I guess I don't know. Something else slipped out in there somewhere.
I'm sure it did.
I would definitely
hold on.
slipped out, otherwise you would have had problems.
Ugh.
All right. Okay. Who is even?
You.
Who's even? Oh. Sonic Fan 1661 $2. Thank you. Sonic and Knuckles coming in a theater.
And then it slipped out.
Oh. Every now and then just get reminders of just how badly we devolve during this grand adventure every Friday morning.
As you read the super chats and you see them playing off of our insanity.
It's like going through the credits and there's just like, oh, remember all these fond memories of this grand adventure we just went on. Half the time, like, I don't remember what this was in reference to.
Ozjam H, thank you for the $2. Orange/Yellow Tails is the new Chibi Metal Sonic.
It's the new Hydrocity Hydro City.
Wayne.
Good shit.
Oh man. We got Crimson Rose with $20. Thank you for the generous donation. That train to Sunset City has officially derailed. Please wait as we try to get the engineers back in order instead of arguing about the color of a bipedal non-existent cartoon fox. We're sorry for your inconvenient toot. Inconvenience.
Inconvenience. Not the inconvenient toot.
We're sorry for your inconvenient toot.
Oh,
I mean, the
God.
toot is inconvenient. At the end of every video Nick makes,
Absolutely.
Jesus.
Sorry, everybody. You just gotta go. You gotta go. That's a Jurassic Park reference. You're welcome.
Toot, Sonic Warriors.
Crimson Rose with $2. Thank you. Pup is now the AI of the train to Sunset City. We just stuffed him into the engine. He's been running it for 32 years. Still a weird little plot point of murder. Spoilers. Anyway.
Ozjam says we skipped one?
Did we?
Hey, boys, you skipped one. Did we? Or did we not get it down?
Maybe I didn't get it down. Here, let me check something real quick.
It looks like, as Pup was showing us before, like we might be able to better keep track of the stuff now, which is I'm very,
I'm
very
seeing
thankful.
$5, an order of fries, Clucky, and please keep your disgusting fetish on the side.
That was just later, though. Like, we haven't gotten to that part of the conversation, did we?
No, that one was above the orange yellow tails one. So
Wow.
Oh.
yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry for that. I'm glad
Yeah,
you caught
okay.
that. Thank you.
Sorry, a lot of super chats flying around today.
Yeah, very, very generous. Thank you, guys. Very, very, very much appreciated. All right. Let's see. I think it's Cirrus's turn, right?
Crimson Rose, thank you for the $20. The train? No, wait, no. You're right. We're not there. It's a different Crimson Rose. Thank you for the two.
Nope.
God damn it! I'm the one that even put the burgers there. That's right.
Burger.
I'm just stupid.
HD.
Why? Blackykuzu94, thank you for the $2. I called it. I knew she was just going to be glowing.
I think we all kind of assumed that if she was going to show up, it was just going to be another glowing situation.
Yeah.
And I would bet even more money that the people that put her in the game would have been very happy to raise a quill or two or do something. I would bet you money that Azuka had something to say about that. That's just me. The point is, she's here, and I'm very appreciative
The
because I would have
rumor
been very,
come out-
very, very offended if she wasn't.
Is Azuka does a sexism?
I mean, it's not really sexist if Tails and Knuckles can't get proper super forms either.
Tails is girl enough.
Orange enough. Just always living on those lines there, Tails.
Swear to God. All right.
Wayne.
We got.
Is yours your turn?
Yeah, we got. Why are you putting that all the way down there? We still have Kay Bennett.
Kay Bennett, yeah.
Sorry.
You're getting ahead of yourself, boy. Forget your place. Anyway, Kay Bennett with $25.87. Just put that burger back. With $2. Yup. Yup, they say. With $2. This is a $2 yup.
It's the longest we've ever had to ever get the word yup out the door when we did it.
It's a yep.
Sonic fan 1661, another $2. Thank you. Tails saves a baby by putting it in the propellers. Here you go.
All right, give me 1 second. I gotta log a couple more in here.
There's so many burgers in here now. God damn it!
This is your turn. Just read.
Kay Bennett, thank you very much for the $2. Hi guys, always love the show. Enjoy the weekend. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right,
All
Wayne, you're Mr. SP.
What? Slow down with the burgers.
They have to go fast.
No, slow down with the fucking emotes. I'm trying to keep track of where we are. Pop!
God's sakes,
Swear to
man.
God.
Mr. SP with $5.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to. Usually, I look for the most recent burger, but
No, I'm
that's
just
not
keeping
helping
my
me.
eyes on it. I'm just keeping my eyes on it.
Yeah. Mr. SP with $5. I am also not one of those that downloads games. That's why I have too many games. I don't need a convention. I have my living room.
All right. Thank you, Mr. SP.
Weird
Mike
flex, but
1911
okay.
with $1.99. Thank you. We're getting Sonic pins, which I'm happy about.
Neat.
Okay. Very cool.
Crimson Rose, thank you for the $5. I damn it, just saw the last emote.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, I did too.
Crimson Rose, thank you for the $5. I have to ask, what are y'all's thoughts on the Fatal Frame series? I haven't played it yet,
Yeah.
actually.
Genuinely one of the few games that probably would still scare the crap out of me. When I was younger, I was still too scared to play it. Like I was like PS2 was coming out, like I was going into my teen years when that was happening, I'm pretty sure. Point is, old enough not to be chickened out by a game, but like my uncle got it and like I would watch him play it like with through kind of covered eyes. Like we made it as far as we could into it, and then we got through like, because if you don't know, it's about taking pictures of ghosts in a creepy abandoned Japanese, I don't know if you'd call it a temple or a house. It's just, it's not retro Japanese, feudal Japan kind of a thing. When you think of old school Japanese things with the sliding doors and everything, that whatever. Anyways, point is, we go outside in the game, and then the ghost falls, and then it rises up and doesn't have a head, and then it turns around, and it's because its neck broke and its neck is hanging off the back, and then it just launches towards the player, and then he dropped the controller and we just turn off the machine.
Jesus.
And then a few years later, in my early 20s, tried again, got a little ways into the game, and then because it's fixed camera, like old school Resi and everything. And I'm just talking about the first game still. And so I tried a door and it was locked, so I turned around and the camera shifted to some, I don't know, like turned over something or rather, but it's obscured from the player, and there's just a ghost standing there. Scared the shit out of me, and I turned it off. Couldn't do it. Anyway, yeah, Fatal Frame scares the living crap out of me. Good series. Whose turn is it? Is it Wayne?
I think it's mine now. Maybe.
Yeah,
Anyway, Sonic Fan 1661 with $2. Tails the yellow-orange femboy fox.
Yeah, that's accurate. I think that's a compromise we can all agree on.
Pup. All right. OzJam H with $2. Thank you. I'll take a flashing Amy. Wait a minute. Oh boy. All right. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are cutting off our super chats. Thank you so much for your generosity this week. I'm glad we started the super chats a little bit early this time around.
We had a lot of them today.
We had a whole lot today. So guys, thank you so much there. Sirs, do not eat on a live show again, you dork. Anyway. Some sense of professionalism. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And if you want to know where the rest of us are doing things, Channel Pup, who is not on the show currently, is still working real hard, not just on behind the scenes stuff, but on his own things. His channel is seeing a bit of a resurgence. I'm very, very, very proud of him for that. Well deserved. If you want to go check out his channel, he's got a lot of fun stuff up there. If you want to check out his new Flash review, and I know he did like a Batman suit ranking, and then he did a conversation bit about Superstars if you wanted to hear his conversation on it, since unfortunately he's not been with us these last couple episodes. So go check out I almost said channelpup.com, youtube.com
www.channelpup.com.
As for the rest of these weirdos here, just to pitch my own stuff real quick, just did a couple of Sonic robot videos. I'm gonna get a speed reading out here pretty soon, and near the end of the month we'll do a lot of Origins and Amy conversation on my my stuff over on Game Apologist. I want to hear what you two gentlemen, not just what you're up to, but just give me something you're proud of on your channel you want people to go check out. So, Cirrus, start with you.
You know what? Fuck it. If we're talking about the video game channel, I would love if more people watched the second "What If Shadow Died" video. I really would.
And that's Neko Cirrus, right?
No, it's
Or is
Cirrus.
he changing
It's Cirrus Video now. I changed it.
Cirrus Video, yeah.
I changed it so that
Keep forgetting.
it was easier to tell that, like, hey, this is the channel where I'm talking about games.
Yeah.
But I want more people to see that video because I really, really enjoyed making that video with Pup and Smacko. So I would really like if more people saw it. Truly and honestly.
Gonna get that channel hound status.
Hey, real quick, we do have one more from Crimson Rose with $5. Mansion, Nick. It's a Japanese mansion.
Thank you, Crimson Rose. That would have made no sense if we railroad that next week. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate the clarification. Words are hard sometimes. Not very proud of my vocabulary when I'm not in front of a script. Wayne,
Yeah. What's up?
you are hard at work on Digimon World 2, but why don't you tell us a little bit about something else on your channel that you're really excited about or feel needs a little bit more love that someone could go check out?
You know what? I still think one of my favorite videos I ever got to work on was my Kazay and Little Tom one. That was the one about the hot air balloons. Like, it sounds stupid. I know it sounds stupid. It's a fun video, and I really enjoyed working on that one. So that would probably be the big one. That or my Arkham Asylum review, because I think that one tanked harder than the No Tom one. So yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was a good video though.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's I don't feel any like yeah, I'm not sour about it or anything. I just I am hard at work on Digimon World 2. I've surpassed 90 hours of recorded gameplay time in the game. I think I'm about at the halfway mark of the main story missions. Thankfully, I think I'm at the point where I have strong enough Digimon that the last half of it is going to go by faster. So I'm hoping I'm at the point where I can get this video out in the next month or so. I might try to do another smaller video in the meantime. I've been wanting to talk about Mach and X, so it might be a good filler one. But at the same time, I'm also just kind of want to get this one done.
Very understandable. So yeah, folks, if you want to give any extra support to any of that, we would greatly appreciate that. As for the channel itself, I'm going to once again try and re-upload since it didn't seem to take the spoiler cast that Wayne and I did for Transformers, and yeah, we'll see about a couple other spoiler casts. There was a lot. I've been in the theaters once a week this entire month, and I've had a pretty good time each time. I'm very happy about that. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, that'll be available for patrons. And that's going to do it for today. We will catch you guys. No, Pop, why? No. No. I didn't need to see that. Even off the air. Why in the mailbag? It's a good cutoff point. It's a good cutoff point. So well done.
Why is that?
I like his new waiting screen. That's really cool.
I do like the new waiting screen.
But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this week's Sunset City. And we will catch you next time, same time every Friday. No, I'm a liar. Like I said up front, next week is TMG. Yep. So I want to do the spoiler cast because I want to have some pre-recorded something or others ready for you guys. Even if it's not Sonic related on Sonic's birthday. So yeah, expect some fun stuff released on that day at the very least. But in the meantime, bye.
God, those were sounds.